saw it with your own eyes. Me, Dobie Gillis, rehearsing with one of the top singing and recording groups in the country. How did it happen? How did modest, unassuming me get started on the trail to showbiz fame and fortune? Well, it started when the Letterman Trio put on a concert at school, and Dad and I went to see it. The auditorium was jammed because that trio's big box office everywhere.
Go bum again, go bum again. Oh. Hear the whistle blow. Hear the whistle blow. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. The wheels are set to the railroad track. If you go, you can't come back. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. If you go, you can't come back. Clickety-clack, 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 clickety-clack. The wheels are set to the railroad track. Clickety-clack, 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 clickety-clack.
Yep, those Lettermen really sing up a storm. But did you notice that fella in the middle? That's Lou. He had a tendency to be just a tiny bit hammy. Hammy, did I say? Let's face it, he wasn't just hammy, he was going whole hog. But get a load of what he does on the next number. Brother, this guy stops at nothing. Look at that jazzy guitar. And look at the other two fellows. Do they like what he's doing? Well, let me put it this way. They're smiling on the outside and cooking up schemes for instant murder on the inside.
Summer has come and gone. Too late, it's much too late. Too late, too late. We've lingered here too long. All of the sad young men going home again. Going home again.
Students of S. Peter Pryor Junior College, for my next number, I'd like to do a very beautiful song entitled...
Students, I have a wonderful surprise for you.
A surprise? What surprise?
This.
This is the saddest day in the history of music. The end of the Letterman.
Yeah, of course, if they really want to stay in business, all they got to do is get somebody to take the place of that loudmouth.
But where are they going to find the fellow who has exactly the right combination of talent and brains and million-dollar personality?
You rang?
Question. Can this face fit into this picture? Answer. Can this face fit into any picture? Let's face it. The odds were 1,000,000 to 1 against Maynard becoming a part of the Letterman. And when I explained this, he took it like a real sport.
I shall kill myself.
Maynard, forget about joining that trio. I'm not going to stand here and let you make a fool of yourself.
Well, where are you going to stand while I make a fool of myself?
Maynard, get that crazy notion out of your head.
Why couldn't I join up? Like why? All a fella has to have is good looks, charm, and a $1,000,000 personality, and I just answered my own question. Where do I go to join the Foreign Legion? Boy Scouts? Cub Scouts? Campfire girls?
Maynard, singing with the Letterman means a lot to you, doesn't it?
Oh, good buddy, it's a matter of life or death, maybe all three.
Then I'm going to help you.
Oh, for joy, for joy.
I'll act as your agent and get you the job.
Attaboy, Dope.
I'll tell them how great you are.
Attaboy, Dope.
I'll turn on my charm and personality.
We're in big trouble, Dope.
Never mind. Besides, I'll have to take you. We've got him over a barrel.
Over a barrel? Man, it must be awful hard to sing all squinched up over a barrel. Oh, mammy, little baby. Oh,
Yeah, Maynard, get back. Look, The Letterman signed a contract to sing in the school auditorium Saturday night. But if they don't have 3 singers, they're not a trio and they don't get paid.
If they're not a trio, what are they?
What they are is in big trouble.
Real big trouble on account of we'd be breaking the contract and the school could sue us for a cotton-picking fortune.
Then we gotta get somebody quick.
True.
All we need is a college boy
True.
who can fit the sweater
True.
and can take orders
True.
and has a great personality.
False.
Huh?
Wrong. A personality boy is all wrong. Look at the headaches we just went through with the last one.
True. What we need is a nothing.
A genuine certified nobody.
Somebody we can replace like a tin can on a shelf and nobody knows the difference.
With a face and a personality like a plate of warmed over yogurt.
Hello. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dobie Gillis.
The answer to a short-handed trio's dream.
Amen.
Gentlemen, let us not dilly-dally. I'm the sole and exclusive representative of my client, Maynard G. Krebs, known in musical circles as the songbird of S. Peter Pryor College.
A face like warmed over yogurt.
With personality to match.
We could replace him like a can of sardines on a shelf.
Pleased to meet you. What's up to your trio ship? You want to hear me do an arpeggio or two?
Hey, no, Maynard, no free samples. Friends, I'm a hard-headed businessman and I pull no punches. You need a new man for your group, and by an astounding coincidence, my client is temporarily at liberty. Boys, I like the cut of your jib, and I'm going to make you a sensational offer.
It's a deal.
I know you're not the slightest bit... No kid.
Let's shake on it.
Oh, for joy, for joy.
Oh, this is wonderful. My client can sign the contracts immediately.
Client?
What client?
We're hiring you.
Me?
You.
Him.
But I can't sing.
Great.
I'm tone deaf.
Perfect.
I'm a miserable musician.
Attaboy.
Maynard,
Quiet, you low-down rat.
Hold still, nobody. We gotta get these clothes on you.
There's a nice yogurt.
I wanted to get Maynard a job, and they hired me. I can't say that I blame them, but it did make for kind of an ethical problem. I mean, I'm all for bouncing up there to the top, but is it fair to use your best friend's heart for a pogo stick? I don't know where you go when you have a serious problem like this, but I go to a man who's famous for his warm heart and unselfish viewpoint.
Grab the loot.
But how about poor Maynard?
Yeah, how about poor Maynard, huh?
Dad, what about the ethics?
Oh, nice little car. I used to drive one myself. What we are talking about right now, boy, is all them wealthy singers. Why, those kids got so much loot, they're the only college boys in the world putting their fathers through business.
Dad.
Yes, my son. My loving, grateful, obligated son.
Hey, Dad, listen.
Remember how I used to walk the floor with you and burp you when you were a baby? Remember how I spent all that money getting braces put on your teeth?
No, Dad, I'm
Remember
not getting through to you. What's bugging me is Maynard. He's my friend.
Oh, you're all heart, boy. But one has to look out for number one.
Stealing this job away from him and be like kicking him in the teeth.
Well, let's face facts. This is a dog-eat-dog world.
True. Thanks for pointing it out to me.
Oh, my pleasure.
And thanks for showing me what I have to do.
You have to kick him in the teeth, huh?
No, I'm going to quit the job and let Maynard have it.
That's what I have been telling you for years, boy. Let Maynard have it.
Dad, I know how you feel. You're proud of me, and you think I'm a fine, honorable boy.
No, not exactly.
Oh?
I think you are a fine, honorable nut.
Dad, you don't mean that.
You want to bet?
Look, I know it's a dog-eat-dog world, but we're not schnauzers or poodles or cocker spaniels. We're human beings.
We are, but I ain't so sure about Maynard.
Maynard's a human being, too, I think. Anyhow, I'm going to help him get that job.
I'm thinking.
Ha-ha, you're thinking that now you're proud of me, huh, Dad?
Aha, I'm thinking that now is a rotten time for you to start acting like your mother's side of the family.
Dad, please.
Look, if you want to kick away all this loot, boy, I ain't going to fight you. In fact, I'm going to help you.
Oh, good, Dad, but getting him to hire Maynard won't be easy.
No, we got to think of something tricky and underhanded.
Oh, no, I won't go for that sort of thing.
It has got to be low and sneaky or it ain't going to work.
Absolutely
Otherwise, Maynard's going to be moaning and groaning and hanging around your neck for the rest of his life.
When do we start being low and sneaky?
Low and sneaky? Me? Unlow and sneaky? Me?
Right, Maynard, it's the only way. Just make sure you remember the plan.
You bet I remember. What plan?
You're going out there and tell those fellas in the trio that I suddenly lost my voice, and you take over.
Oh, man, you lost your voice. What you ought to do is take some hot, scaldy, salty water and giggle.
Maynard, that's gargle and pay attention. I didn't really lose my voice.
Oh, for joy, a miracle recovery.
About this note that explains everything. Just give it to those fellas out there and say I lost my voice. Got it?
Got it. I give it to them and say I lost my voice, right?
Wrong. Maynard, you didn't lose your voice. You point to me and you say, Mr. Gillis lost his voice. Got it?
Got it. I point to you and say your father lost his voice, right?
Let's try once more. Give him the note, point to me, and say nothing. Got it?
Got it. And there's nothing I say. Should I say it fast or slow?
Any way you want, Maynard. I'm going to get this job for you in spite of you.
Thanks, good buddy. You're a real human being. You're right up there with Dr. Schweitzer, Winston Churchill, and Peter Lawford. Man, ain't it the beautifulest?
The beautifulest.
Man, don't I dig it the most?
Who don't, Maynard? Who don't?
You knew just what I was there for. Heard you singing it.
Oh, delight of my delights, oh moon of my Caribbean.
Flake off, Waldo.
I beg of you, do not dismiss me so hastily. My name is Gillis, Dobie Gillis.
Don't come to me with your problems. Hey, wait a minute. Did you say Gillis? Dobie Gillis?
At your beck and call, my lady.
Oh, how gallant. I'm April Boynton, music critic of the school paper. Oh, Dobie, it's so exciting meeting you this way.
Naturally, but you must try to control yourself.
But you're the first famous man I've ever met.
Famous man, me?
But of course, Dobie, darling. Any boy who has a job singing with the Letterman is famous to me. All my life I've simply flipped for singers. And to think, Dobie Dumpling, you're one of them.
The only one my arms could ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. I no longer alone. Without a dream in my heart. Without a love of my own.
April, my sweet, how would you feel about me if I wasn't going to sing with the Letterman?
Oh, but you are, dear one. So let's not even joke about it.
Hey, Gillis, what's this about you not singing with us?
Not sing with you? Ridiculous. My Dobie is singing.
It says here he lost his voice and he's quitting.
Ridiculous. My Dobie is singing.
Well, Gillis, what do you say?
Mammy's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Mammy's little baby loves shortening bread. I went in the kitchen, I took off the lid, I got myself a pocket of shortening bread.
So I took the job with the Letterman. I didn't really intend to, honest. I mean, when I heard myself singing those opening bars of shortening bread, Mammy's little baby loves shortening, well, you heard me do it. You could have knocked me over with Chubby Checker, but I couldn't stop. You see, when it comes to girls, I'm an incurable romantic. Also a dreamer of dreams.
Also a low-down rat.
Try to understand, please.
Well, I'm trying.
Good.
But it ain't working.
Why'd you do that?
You mean this?
Maynard, you're not giving me a chance.
Sure I am, Dope. I give you lots of chance. I always put my leg way back to there before I kick you. Funny it is, but I got you good anyhow, like this.
Maynard, we've been friends for a long time. Why don't you trust me?
On account of we've been friends for a long time.
Maynard.
No, watch, Gillis. Look, Gillis. With a beat,
Yeah.
kind of a...
Yeah, I got it.
Got it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, got it. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, hold it! Clack. You're singing again.
Well, yes, sir, a little. You see, I thought that
And he was smiling, too.
No.
Yeah, loaded with personality.
No, Gillis. No personality smile, no singing, no wiggly eyebrows, and no nostril twitching.
Well, what do you want me to do? Just stand here like a plate of warmed-over yogurt?
Now
you're talking.
I just want to help.
You are helping. Every time you chick, you're helping.
Every time you stand there like a plate of warmed-over yogurt, you're helping.
Maybe do just a little more clickety-clack.
No more clickety-clack, and don't move, Gillis. Jim, let's huddle.
And I was doing it so well.
I'm worried. Already this nut's trying to hug the spotlight.
Could be. He's a very shrewd character. And I just took a look at his kisser, and it's impossible.
Let's play it safe and scare him into acting right. Hey, Gillis.
Yes, sir? You're going to let me sing a couple of my own solo notes, huh?
Pipe down, Gillis.
No more clickety-clack?
No more clickety-clack.
Just chugga-chugga?
Just chugga-chugga.
Right, and especially no publicity.
Sir?
What?
Chugga-chugga?
Ha-ha! There he is. Mr. Show Business himself. Come on, boy, let's get to work.
Sure, Dad, sure.
What's the matter? You blasted off your bean blanket or something? What's a big man in the entertainment world gonna do with an apron?
But you said get to work.
I meant get to work rehearsing. I'm gonna make a smash out of you, boy. Why, I've got a bag of tricks that's gonna put you right up there on top. How to murder an audience, how to get that old tear in your voice. Get this, boy. Nights are long since you went away. I dream about you all through the day. My buddy, my buddy.
Dad, I appreciate your coaching.
Naturally.
But I'm afraid I won't need it.
Quite so true. Miss your voice. What do you mean you won't need it? You must be kidding, boy.
Dad.
You know, what's this, fast freight? How does it go, huh?
Yeah, well...
Let's hear your part.
My part?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
Well, come on.
That's it.
Chugga, chugga, chug.
Chugga, chugga, chug.
Boy, you are a Gillis. You got grease paint floating around in your veins instead of corpuscles. What are you supposed to do? Is this all you can stand around out there and smile?
They don't want me to smile either.
No singing, no smiling, no nothing?
No, nothing.
Boy, they are trying to kill you, and I know why.
Why?
Because they see greatness in you, that's why.
Me, oh,
come now. They're scared to death of you. They're scared to let your great talent get broadcast to the outside world.
Gee, I don't know, Dad.
We gotta figure out a way, a low, sneaky way to beat these low, sneaky crooks.
Hi, Dobie.
Oh, hi, April. Dad, this is April Boynton, the music critic of our college newspaper.
How you doing? I'm very
Hello,
happy to
Mr.
know
Gillis.
you. I'm just trying to figure out a way to get this kid's name. Did you say newspaper?
Yes, and I'm trying to think of a way to sneak Dobie's name into the article I'm writing.
Newspapers with printing and pictures, and everybody reads it.
Thanks, April, but you'll have to forget it. They said no publicity.
Publicity. That's it. Tear off the front sheet. We are going to make my boy internationally famous in this whole neighborhood.
No, Dad, they'll fire me.
Fire you? Why, you'll be so darn big they won't dare to fire you, boy.
Your father's right, Dobie. Those other fellows in the trio will have to look up to you.
Why, sure, when we get through with you, son, your name will be right up there with Vaughn Monroe and Skinny Ennis and all the rest of us musical immortals.
That's it, Dobie. Hold that pose. We'll caption that one, Dobie Gillis, the sensation of S. Peter Pryor Junior College. Croons and founder's ears. Shoot it. Got it, Hazel? Got it.
April, you're as brilliant as you are beautiful.
Thank you, Dobie, my sweet. Okay, Hazel, let's get a shot of Dobie signing autographs for his loyal fans.
Right, Chief. Come on, girls. All of you. Over here.
Smile, girls, smile. I saw him. It's Dobie Gillis.
Adore me, my adorable
Everybody.
little fans.
Come on now. The girl with the beard isn't smiling.
Well, the girl with the beard. Hey, how about these headlines? This is some of my publicity. Campus awaits Dobie opening Saturday night. Campus awaits Dobie Gillis opening. Huge crowd to hear new singing idol. Those are a couple of the more conservative items. There's plenty more, and they're all pretty darn flattering. But did I let it go to my head? You bet I did. I'd ravel all the precious lock of my hair, but you'll have to wait till tonight after the opening. Now, the orchestra, my chickadees, be gone. No more autographs. Be gone, be gone, be gone, be gone.
I'm worried about that Gillis.
I'd like to kill that Gillis.
Hi-ho, laddie.
Gillis!
I'd be happy to, my good fella. How about lots of luck to a swell kid from Dobie Gillis, the song-sation...
I don't want your autograph, Gillis. I want your resignation.
You're kidding, of course.
I am not kidding, and you're 2 hours late for rehearsal, and I told you what would happen if you got any publicity. Goodbye, sayonara, and out.
Campus awaits Dobie Gillis opening. Hit the pavement, showboat.
I see you haven't read the latest edition. Dobie opening sold out. Students all at Twitter waiting for the opening night. Well, toodaloo, compatriots, and, happy refunding?
Refunding? He's right.
We'll be ruined.
We'll be bankrupt.
We'll get him back.
Gillis! Dobie, old pal and buddy! Oh, Dobe, this
We need
singer.
one of your drinks.
Personality is...
Yeah.
What is he, a low comic?
Oh, yeah, the lowest.
Well, these fright wigs, they always get good yawks. I've got some more down here.
No, I don't think this is funny enough.
That's hilarious. Let's not look any further. Come here, I'll wrap it up for you. I'm sorry.
There's a little more action in it.
Well, here's a surefire item. Try it.
What's this do?
It squirts water. Very funny. Go ahead, try it.
You won't be mad?
Oh, no, go right ahead. Be my guest. Just a minute. I've got a real smasher here. This item brings down the house.
Brings down the house. Now you're talking.
Your buddy comes out looking great. Tails, top hat. He tips the hat and out pops a rabbit.
Yeah.
He reaches for his handkerchief and a whole set of underwear comes flying out.
Yeah.
He lifts his left arm and 10 dozen ping pong balls come flying out all over the place.
Yeah.
He sticks his right arm out and an umbrella shoots out and opens up.
So what's the trick?
That's it. Why, this is the classiest rig in showbiz.
I mean, when does the house come down on him?
Oh, no, that's a figure of speech, like a side splitter.
His side split? Now that's a trick.
A gasser.
A gasser? Oh, for joy. Tear gas are poison.
Me.
Dobie!
Me?
Yeah, you. Get out there and knock 'em dead, boy.
What else? Yeah, me.
Like, hi, Dobe.
No, Maynard.
Oh, relax, Dobe. I'm not going to kick you in the shins.
Oh, then where are you going to kick me?
I'm not going to no place, Dobe. On account I'm sorry I was jealous and mean and rotten.
You're sure?
Sure, I'm sure. And to prove there's no ill blood between us, I bring you this swinging dress suit to wear tonight. And if you forgive me, you'll wear it.
Maynard, I'm deeply touched, truly, but I'm a member of the Letterman trio now. We dress alike.
Well, Napoleon was a member of an army. Did he dress alike? How you going to like stand out unless you dress different?
Maynard, you've got a point. Nope, it's not Fred upstairs. It's Dobie Gillis. And is everybody happy? Thank you, my loyal fans. For my first number, I will sing in honor of all the mothers present and at home, a touching number entitled Mother.
M is for the million things she gave me. O means only that she's growing old. T is for the tears she shed to save me. H is for her heart of purest gold, of purest gold. E is for her eyes with love light shining. R means right, and right she'll always be. Put them all together, they spell mother. Mother.
Never mind, son. You just keep singing.
For my next number, I'd like to sing a selection entitled, I Was a Rat to My Best Friend Maynard G. Krebs, and I hope he can find it in his great heart to forgive me.
That's a song title?
That's the best song title I ever heard. Yay, Dobie. Yay, good buddy.
Good night, folks. Good night, Dad. Single spectacular appearance with the Letterman, the public response was so unusual that I did the only thing I could do. I quit showbiz. There was one happy result of the whole mess. The Letterman patched up their fight and got back together.
Dove, you still mad at me?
No, Maynard, I got what was coming to me. But you'll have to admit I paid for my mistakes. I lost my job with the Letterman. I lost my girl. I lost my fan club. I lost everything.
Well, cheer up, good buddy. You still
I
got...
know, Maynard, you.
No, what you got is this bunny rabbit. Isn't he cute?
You can't come back. If you go, you can't come back. If you go, you can't come back.
ever drag me downtown to see 2 crummy pictures and spend $3, and I could see them for free on television in about 10 years with my shoes off, and there wasn't even one used car commercial.
My dear Herbert, let me point out, 1, you did not shell out $3. It was only $1.50, which I paid for out of my household money. And 2, you took your shoes off the instant you sat down, just as if you were at home, and I was never so embarrassed in my life. And 3, when the used car commercials do come on television, all you do is sit there using terrible language.
And what about that other clunker, that gangster picture? A guy breaks into a house and holds a whole family captive with one puny little pistol, and nobody's there who's got the courage to jump him and save their hides. Real believable stuff, huh?
What they did seems very sensible to me. I mean, when a criminal points a gun at you, you don't just run up and jump on him. You sit there quietly and think mean thoughts about him, and pretty soon he goes away.
That's a woman for you. No man would do a cowardly trick like that, at least no man that is a man.
Namely you.
Namely me. I'd just stare the cowardly punk right in the eye. They're all cowardly punks, you know. I'd stare him right in the eye, and then all of a sudden I'd give him a karate chop and a judo twist. That is exactly what I would do. I'd give him a quick karate punch and a judo throw and...
Oh, Herbert, stop acting silly.
You heard the lady, Herbert. Stop acting silly.
I'm sorry, sir, but the store is closed for the night.
Reach.
You, sir, are no gentleman.
Reach.
Gracious. Didn't your mother teach you any better manners than that?
Look, lady, I ain't no mood to play games. I said reach. I mean reach.
I think he means it.
He does? Gracious. Well, then, Herbert, now's the time for that judo throw and that karate chop. Do something.
Okay. I will.
Go through life hoping that we'll be wanted, but not in exactly the way a certain Mr. Clyde Calhoun was wanted. Yep, this is the notorious Clyde Calhoun, public enemy 1 through 10 inclusive, known as Goon Calhoun to his friends, associates, and the wardens of the 30 or 40 prisons he's graduated from. Now, you've seen what happened to Dad when he found himself face to face with his mad dog killer. He was, shall we say, frightened? Well, no, not exactly frightened. What he was exactly was chicken. Dad isn't as young as he used to be, so you can't really blame him for the way he acted. I, on the other hand, am in the prime of life. So when Calhoun used his gun to force Mom and Dad upstairs to the living room, where I was, I behaved rather differently.
Reach, kid, or I'll blast your head off.
You big brute. What? You big brute, sir.
Dobie, dear, speak to me, Dobie.
Where am I?
You're right in your own home, dear. The nasty man pointed a gun at you, remember?
I remember.
Boy, come on, lie down over here. Talk to me, son. Do something. Groan a little. That's good.
Lie down, all of you. I gotta make a phone call, and don't nobody move, or the number I dial is gonna be yours.
Listen, if that's a toll call...
Quiet! Hello, Big Louie. Yeah, it's me, Calhoun.
Goon Calhoun?
You heard of me?
I heard of you.
Any more foolish questions?
Excuse the interruption, Big Louie. Yeah, I'm all right for now. The break out of jail was a snap, but I had to ditch the car in the river. Too many cops prowling around. So you gotta come and pick me up, but fast. Pulled up on Elm Street near 3rd. A run-down old flea bag.
I am an excellent housekeeper.
Over a seedy-looking dump of a grocery store.
I am a well-known independent retail merchant.
The grocer and his wife and the kid, Dopey.
I am Dobie with a B.
I'm gonna plug you all if you don't clam up. Yeah, Big Louie, I know it'll take time to get here, but no later than tomorrow night, huh? Right, Big Louie. And tell Patsy where I am, just in case. Right, Big Louie. That was Big Louie.
Big deal.
What?
Yeah, don't pay any attention to Dad, Mr. Calhoun, sir. He's a little, upset.
What he is screwy.
True.
Very strange at times, sir. Very strange. We have to watch him all the time, but he means no harm.
He's like a child, sir.
Yeah, I noticed. You, missus, give me some scoff.
Scoff?
Mom, that's prison slang for food.
Right, kid. Hey, you done time?
No, but I see a lot of the old Jimmy Cagney movies on television.
I'm a Humphrey Bogart man myself. Now get this. I'm keeping this little widowmaker aimed at one of you every minute. You others getting these silly notions like trying to sneak away to call the cops. Pow! You get it? Got it.
Got it.
Got it. You got it. Pow! Hey, kid, turn on the television. I'm getting jumpy.
Yes, sir. Any special program?
See if you can get Cartoon Carnival. Now remember, citizens, business as usual. I don't want nobody in this neighborhood getting no ideas about what's going on, see?
See, I mean, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
One phony move from you and I unlock that kid from the closet upstairs and pow! Bullets fill.
You're certainly not very nice.
That's what my last 6 victims said. Now get this and get it good. If a customer comes in, you wait on him. No fuss and no feathers. What's that funny noise?
My teeth chattering?
Yeah. Well, quiet him down before I knock him out for you. Remember, business as usual. Now, I'll be right back here watching.
Herbert, calm down. Keep a stiff upper lip.
Stiff upper lip? I'm stiff all over.
Herbert, I think I have an idea how we might get out of this.
Anything, Winnie, anything.
We offer him money.
Almost anything.
What is more important, our money or our lives? Well?
I'm thinking. You're right, honey, you're right. I'll go right over to the cash register, and do you think he'd take a check?
The money.
All right, money, all right. The money. Oh, to think I'd ever see the day when I was giving money away.
Is this the Gillis grocery store?
Oh, it most certainly is. Winnie, this may be the break we're waiting for. What can I do for you, miss? Why, we have here the finest collection of fresh fruits and vegetables and canned goods you'll find any place in town, client. We're being held here by a dangerous escaped criminal.
How delightfully lugubrious.
How would you like to try some of our fresh tomatoes? Fresh off the boat. Be careful, he's hiding back there in the corner. Got us covered with a gun.
Oh, how absolutely redoubtable.
But he's buying something. He's going to realize something fishy's going on here. You like 5 pounds of tomatoes, huh? 5 pounds of tomatoes. Coming right up, I'll guarantee you. You won't get any better tomatoes than this any place in the country. Now walk on here with them after you pay for them, of course, and go to the police alarm box on the corner and let them know what's going on
How
here.
utterly galvanized.
Get going quick. If he realizes what's going on out here, he'll come out and shoot me full of holes.
How devastatingly true. Clyde was the best shot in the entire Alcatraz penitentiary. Clyde, baby, come on out. This trip's a troublemaker.
Fancy now!
Clyde, baby! Oh, how devastatingly stimulating to see you.
Will you stop already with those 2-bit words? He's got one lousy book. It's just my luck. It has to be a dictionary. Hey, what am I talking to you for? You try to rat on me.
Oh, no, Your Honor. Mr. Calhoun, sir, he meant no harm. He's, remember?
Yeah, I'm going to rub him out anyhow, no matter how weak he is in the head.
Now, Cuddles. Wait till Big Louie gets here later tonight.
Yeah, tonight.
I brought along a spare just to play it safe.
Good work, baby. Now take the gun and go on upstairs and let that kid out of the closet.
Listen to him.
If he makes one wrong move, plug him.
Don't listen to him.
Excruciatingly exhilarating.
I'm very anxious to use this gun.
Well, Herbert, we tried.
Yes, we did, Winnie. Oh, it ain't that I mind so much getting rubbed out in the prime of my life, but having it done by that lunk-headed, peanut-brained, darn-skulled gorilla.
You rang?
This may be it. Maynard, I am sure glad to see you, baby.
Mr. G, it's me, Maynard G. Krebs, remember?
Yeah, Maynard. I've never been so happy as to see you come waltzing through that door.
Oh, it's happened, Mrs. G. The Martians landed and took over his brain.
Maynard G. Krebs, the finest boy this town ever produced.
The Martians ain't too choosy.
Maynard, have an apple. Have 2 apples. Have oodles.
Okay, I'll have an oodle. I ain't never had one of them.
Maynard, there's a criminal hiding in the store.
Mr. G, you're talking kind of funny, even for you.
Maynard, this man is an escaped convict.
You too, Mrs. G? Oh, must be a game, man. This is as jolly as Peter Piper picked a pecker.
Maynard, enough.
I just come in to bring you the morning newspaper. Well, see you like later.
Wait, Maynard.
Mr. G, I can only read the funny papers like on Sunday when Dick Tracy wears that yellow coat and that green hat. The president's in a cab and he ate meat.
Maynard, it says the president's cabinet meets. The bigger letters.
Yellow-bellied sapsucker in zoo expects twins. Hey, I didn't even know she was married. Oh, this is fun. Let's read some more. Like bye, Mrs. G. Like bye, Mrs. G. Like bye, whoever you are hiding behind the cans. There's a fellow lurking behind the cans. Didn't you know? Huh? Come out, whatever you are.
Like hi, mystery guest. My name is Manny G. Krebs. What's yours? Mr. Must be a foreign fellow.
Herb's cousin. I just dropped in to say hello.
Oh, what an honor. Any relative of Herbert T. Gillis is, well, you're welcome anyhow. Yeah. You know, I know you two are related because you look alike.
What's that?
Well, you know, you also look like that guy in the paper this morning just escaped from prison. You're also dressed like him. In fact, both of you look like him, especially Mr. G.
Hey, you're a real bright kid.
And that ain't easy, considering I'm a punk. It's a real nice gun. Can I take a look at it? I wonder where you put the water in. I got one of these at home, and it belongs to my Aunt Walter. Or is it my Uncle Emily?
Maynard's talking him into a blue funk. Now's our chance to grab him.
Be careful, Herbert.
Relax, I've got it all planned out.
Honest?
No, sneaky.
Or does the gun belong to my Grandpa Margaret?
Maynard, you are the weirdest character I have ever met. In or out of stir?
Oh, I like you too, cousin of Mr. G. And I'm going to show you my petrified frog.
Get that nutty thing away from me.
Oh, it's only a petrified frog. You know, it ain't got too good a disposition, but neither would you if he was petrified.
Sure. Nice frog. Now take it away.
Sure, whatever you say, cousin of Mr. G. But you better watch out, because Mr. G's going to drop a net in your head.
Gillis, I'm going to pulverize you.
And ditto to you, Maynard.
Oops, I got it.
Question. With a friend like Maynard G. Krebs, who needs an enemy? Answer, nobody. But in these desperate minutes, that's what we desperate Gillises are stuck with. Enemies. Nothing but enemies. First, there's Goon Calhoun.
Wish Big Louie'd hurried up and get here. Sick of these Gillis faces. It's time to rub them out. Not the faces, the Gillises.
Then there's his girlfriend, or as she is referred to on the Late Late Show, his gun moll, Patsy.
Clyde, baby, let's get on some glad rags and we can live it up after we, if you'll excuse the expression, obliterate these creeps.
And there's an enemy we'd never even seen. Right now he's racing down a back road to rescue Calhoun and Patsy and turn us into statistics. I refer, of course, to, excuse the expression, Big Louie.
I dream of Jeannie with the light brown hair, born like a vapor on the morning air.
That makes 3 enemies we Gillises have to face. But there are 3 of us Gillises to fight back, and 2 of us are strong, vigorous, dynamic men.
Who, me?
Yes, Dad, you've got to pounce on him and take his gun away.
Who, me?
It's the only way. He'd get suspicious if both of us tried to get near him. This is a one-man job.
Who, me?
Whoever knocks over that big ape will be a genuine hero.
Good, it's your turn. You do it.
Who, me?
You're younger than I am.
What about you? You're older.
Yeah, but I'm your father, and if anything was to happen to me, why, you'd never forgive yourself.
True.
Then you go through with it.
No, if anything happened to me, I'd never forgive myself either.
Oh, all right, if that's the way you feel. That you raise your boy up thinking he's going to be a man, and oh, it's all my fault anyway. I should have never let your mother let you run around in those Buster Brown haircuts till you were 14 years old.
All right, Dad, I'll do it. I'll try and get that gun away from Calhoun.
Oh, that's a boy. Just stand up to him and he'll turn to jelly. Stare him right in the eye and watch him fall apart. Oh, he's yellow all through.
A lily-livered coward.
Yeah, a chicken-hearted weasel.
A spineless rat.
Right.
You knotheads looking for me?
Okay, so Dad and I didn't come through with flying colors, but there's a simple explanation. We were cowards. However, we weren't finished yet. No, sir. We Gillis men still had a secret weapon.
Namely, a Gillis woman.
Mom, what are you doing?
The dentist gave me this painkiller when I had my tooth pulled. A teaspoonful put me out like a light, remember?
Sure, but,
Well, watch this, Buster.
Mom, that'll knock him out for a month.
Yeah. How about that? Just be sure he gets the one with the cracked edge.
Mom, you're a great American like Betsy Ross or Martha Washington or Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Okay, let's have the grub.
It's coming right up, sir.
Yes, sir. Right away. Sit down. Piping hot. Yes, sir.
Remember the one with the cracked edge.
Stew. Oh, gee, that's what we always get in the pen.
We wanted you to feel right at home, sir.
Ain't that sweet?
Get downstairs and watch for Big Louie.
But I'm starving.
Get moving. The way you're putting on weight, you ought to be starving.
Here, Poopsie, enjoy.
Like, hi, cousin and Mr. G, I'm back.
Oh, hello, punk.
Oh, you remembered. Man, something sure smells good. And wouldn't it be a noble deed if somebody asked me to sit down and have some? And you bet, sure I will.
No, Maynard, I'm terribly sorry, but there's only enough for the family.
Leave the poor creep feed his face.
Yeah, leave the poor creep feed his face.
There, poor creep.
No, Maynard, don't.
Pipe down and leave him eat.
Ooh, like, thanks. You're a real human person. Man, you see all the excitement downtown. Policemen all over the place.
Oh, yeah? What's going on?
They're looking for that criminal that escaped from jail. Man, this is delicious. You're the nicest man I ever met.
I was voted most lovable inmate of Alcatraz.
The scallywag they're looking for is the one that looks like Mr. G. And a little bit like you. Mrs. G, this is the best stew you ever stewed.
Thanks a lump.
Yeah, there were a few lumps, but they're yummy, too. Gee, how come you're not eating?
I just finished the plate.
Here, have seconds. It's the greatest. Have some of mine.
Never mind, Maynard.
Eat it!
I'm eating.
Hey. What's the matter with him?
Maynard always takes a nap after lunch.
Mrs., what did you put in that stew?
It's a very interesting recipe. Beef, carrots, peas, potatoes.
Yeah? And that ain't all. Okay, Waldo, keep eating.
I just ran out of appetizers.
Yeah.
It's just ordinary stew. Meat, pig, carrot.
Maynard G. Krebs, the man who came to dinner and slept through it, went home as soon as he was conscious again, or as conscious as Maynard ever gets. Meanwhile, still racing through the night toward the Gillis grocery was the man who held our very lives in his hands, namely Big Louie.
I wandered today to the hill to watch the scene below.
Our situation looked hopeless, but a Gillis never gives up. Of course, sometimes we ought to, but we don't. So Dad came up with a new plan of action. When he told it to Mom, she was quick to appreciate its brilliance and ingenuity.
It's the stupidest thing I ever heard of. It'll never work.
Well, you heard her call me Poopsie, so why don't I stand a chance of sweet-talking Calhoun's girlfriend into double-crossing him, huh?
That question would be easier to answer if we had a mirror. No offense.
All right. So I ain't as young and handsome as I used to be.
I'll buy that.
Don't think so fast.
Well, I suppose we might as well try it. We couldn't be any worse off.
Yeah, well, I heard Calhoun tell her to wake him up at 10. That gives me a full half hour alone with Patsy. Peekaboo.
Hey, you some kind of a nut?
Oh, you won't talk about me that way when you get to know me better. Much better.
Are you sick of something?
Don't let this layout fool you, girl. I'm really a swinger.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy is right.
You know, I could learn to go for a darling, dimpled dolly like you.
What about your wife?
Yes, what about her? Well, let's face it. Her future is behind her, way out behind her.
But she is the woman you married.
She got me when I was just a boy. I didn't know what I was doing.
Mr. Gillis, I am deeply shocked.
You can get shocked about that, but you're not shocked that your boyfriend's going to rub us all out and that he's got my son Dobie locked up in a closet.
That's different. That's business. For a married man like you to make such a proposal, oh, for shame. I am going to tell Mrs. Gillis after I tell Clyde.
Tell Clyde what?
Well, you hear what he's been up to, that overage Romeo.
Who, him? You gotta be kidding. Any sign of Big Louie?
Not yet, but any minute he'll be coming through the door. The toughest, shrewdest, most dangerous.
You rang?
It's a punk.
Like, hi, cousin of Herbert T. Gillis. Look, I bought some of my toys to show you.
This kid's lost his marbles.
No, I haven't. I left them home. Here's a big ball of tin foil. Huh? Oh, yeah. And here's the gun I was telling you about. Hey, put that thing away. Lemonade, you want some? And here is Cynthia. He's my other petrified frog.
You keep them nutty things away from me. Pick them.
Oh, it's okay. Take it away. Cynthia's real friendly.
And keep him up, big boy. Winnie, call the cops.
Mr. G, I am shocked. Is that a way to treat your cousin?
Cousin?
Operator, call the police. Tell them to get right down to the Gillis grocery at the corner of 3rd and Elm. We've captured Clyde the Goon Calhoun.
Oh, Mrs. G, that's a very
Out of the way! Drop the gun, Gillis, or I break the punk's neck.
You drive a hard bargain, but go ahead. Break.
Oh, there's got to be a curse on me.
On behalf of my friends, may I apologize for their abdominal behavior.
It's the cops. Let's get out of here.
First, I'm taking care of him.
All right, Calhoun. We've got the place surrounded. Come on, put your hands up.
Oh, the last time I saw this, you was George Rath.
Calhoun, come out of the way, coming in.
You'll never take me alive, copper.
Hey, you fellas sure you came to the right address? For shame, Mr. G. Not even helping your own cousin.
Here, punk. Reload.
Right, my captain.
Thanks, pal.
You're a 100% nice man. How come everybody's so mad at you?
Maybe he's an escaped criminal, a bank robber, a killer.
I don't care what he does for a living. Blood's thicker than water. Or is it water thicker than blood? I'm doing the best I can.
Give me the other gun.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chief. No more bullets. Here, you keep mine. Yep, we're all loaded and ready to go.
You had it, copper. You're all washed up.
Gotcha, I hope. Hold on them, Winnie. Hold him.
Mrs. G, Mr. G, how can you be so mean and rotten making all this trouble for your sweet, lovable cousin?
Cousin, man.
Hey, let him go. Like, hi, Big Louie.
Who are you?
I'm Manny G. Krebs, your crook ship, sometimes known as the Punk, and I know you're Big Louie on account I seen your picture in the newspaper.
Yeah, I read the papers, too. Where are the rats that turned in my pal? I'll get him if I have to fight for it.
Oh, you got one of them, too? Yeah, so do I. Hey, look. Oh, it's just a toy, see? It don't mean much. I got lots of toys. Look, I got a big ball of tinfoil, too. Huh?
When are they coming back?
Oh, but my most prized possession in the whole wide world, Big Louie. It's Cynthia. He's my petrified frog.
Ah! Take it away!
Cynthia won't bite.
Take that crazy thing away!
You'll like Cynthia. Mr. G's a friend of your cousin.
goes back to civilian life.
The thing I'm going to miss most about this place is sitting down to them nice little intimate dinners for $4,000.
This is Fifi Laverne. She's a singer, and what she sings mostly is that highbrow, cultured, dignified stuff.
What do you mean I'm off key, you tone-deaf muttonhead? One more crack like that and I'll beat your ugly head in.
Now, when I ran into these rather, shall we say, odd characters, or rather, shall we say, odd thing happened?
I wonder, should I kill him now or wait till later so it'll be easier to hide the corpse?
How did a sweet, lovable fella, namely me, get mixed up with a low-down bunch of Sharpies, namely Eddie Baker and Fifi Laverne? Answer: because I applied for the job of disc jockey on the campus radio station. Dr. Burkhardt, I dropped in to see if you've made up your mind about me and that disc jockey job. You'll be doing the college a tremendous favor if you pick me because I'm loaded, but loaded with exactly the right kind of talent.
You're loaded with something, Mr. Gillis, that's for sure.
Thank you, ma'am, I think.
As a matter of fact, I was just looking over your application
Good.
and your grades.
Bad.
Mr. Gillis, I must ask you a most important question. My decision depends on your answer.
The answer is yes.
No, Mr. Gillis.
The answer is no?
Mr. Gillis.
I really want this job, ma'am. I'll give you any answer you want, just name it.
Mr. Gillis, what I want to know is, how do you stand on the subject of payola?
Pay what?
Payola. Say, for example, that someone from a record company offered to slip you a little money under the table if you would play their records on the air.
That's sneaky and dishonest. It's bribery.
I take it then, Mr. Gillis, that you would never accept money for playing anyone's record.
I'd die first.
Congratulations, Mr. Gillis. You are, as of this moment, the new campus disc jockey.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Burkhardt. Thank you. This is a great honor. It's like becoming president or a Supreme Court judge or a doctor on television.
Oh, well, I like it too, Mr. Gillis, because the reputation of our college is safe. How can we get into trouble when we have a disc jockey who never even heard of payola?
Pay what?
Payola? Sure, I heard of it. It's a hunk of colored wax, and you write with it on sidewalks.
That's Crayola, and what I'm talking about is entirely different. It can get you in big trouble.
Oh, writing on sidewalks can get you in big trouble, too.
Maynard.
Depending on what you write and how you spell it. I was the only kid in high school flunked spelling because of what he wrote on Chester between 18th and 19th.
Maynard, enough. I was only trying to explain that I'm fully aware of the great responsibility involved in being the campus disc jockey.
Oh, we're with you, Dobe.
I realize it requires honesty and integrity and high principles.
We're with you, Dobe.
This college is going to get the cream of my musical taste.
We're in trouble, Dobe.
What do you mean?
No offense, Dobe, but the cream of your musical talent is Chubby Checker sings the best of Noel Coward.
Well, anyway, this job means a lot to me, and I'm going to give it everything I've got.
On account of the responsibility.
That's part of it.
And it's a big thing for the school.
That's part of it.
And it'll help you get girls.
Well...
And that's all of it, and I rest my case.
Well, I've latched onto a good deal, and I will never, I repeat, never blow it by getting mixed up with payola.
Nuts to payola.
Goodbye to payola.
Down with payola.
The heck with payola.
Hey, Dobe.
What?
What's payola?
Payola? Oh, no, that stuff is big trouble.
For shame, son, talking like that about a fine, honorable racket that kept us in the chips all them years.
Hey, what else it did was send me to the pokey. And I promised the warden I'd go straight.
Go straight. I'll thank you not to use such language in the presence of your mother.
I'm sorry, Mom, but I can't go back to that kind of business, honest.
Honest? Where did you pick up all them nasty words?
Sorry, Mom, but my head's made up. No more payola. Anyways, I've been away too long. I'm out of touch.
True, but I ain't.
You mean?
I mean, rock and roll is dead, but the hot item today is folk singing. Sing out the guns, let's go.
My neighbors in the next cell was a quartet that was all the time singing that kind of stuff. The Four Forges. Anyway, Mom, I'm trying to tell you, I ain't going...
I also picked you up a classy new singing type who's going to record your songs for you.
Hi, Eddie. Remember me?
Hey, Fifi Laverne. From the chorus line at the old club Hot Stuff.
In the flesh. Only I ain't Fifi Laverne no more. Your old lady, bless her heart, changed all that.
Call me Mom. And I done it because a folk singer's got to have an honest, old-fashioned name.
Yeah, so meet Prudence Virtue.
Prudence Virtue?
Yeah, kind of fits me, doesn't it, Eddie?
Prudence Virtue?
Yeah, and I taught her how to sing like a Prudence Virtue.
Prudence Virtue?
Here, render us up a rendition, kid.
Okie dokie.
Prudence Virtue?
For my very next number, I'd like to sing a song of the working folk. Call out the dogs and let's go hunting. Got my fella and I'll never let him go. Yes, I got my fella and I'll never let him go. keep him, but I told you so. Never did, but I tried, I told you so.
Hey, Ma, she's another Tennessee Ernie.
What do you think, son? This canary here folksy enough?
She's as American as pizza pie.
For my next number...
Oh, knock it off, Shantuzy. We're talking business. Now, as soon as the Shantuzy records them songs on an album, the only thing you've got to do is take it around to the disc jockeys. Sprinkle the loot around so they play the album 40, 50 times a day, and in 2 shakes of a cop's hat, we're back on Moolah Road.
Okay, Mom, you win. I'll take another crack at payola.
That's my sonny boy. Now, the first thing we do is take them records to some jerkwater college, and we got to find us some drippy college disc jockey what never heard of payola.
And butter him up good so he keeps playing our records.
Yeah, but with finesse so that nobody don't know that he's getting buttered. Clever?
Yeah. What we need is a typical college student. Clean cut, straight shooting, trustworthy, with absolutely no brains.
And so, music lovers, we ring down the old curtain on another fascinating old session of the old Dobie Gillis Recordsville show. Ta-ta till tomorrow at the same old time, and don't take any wooden platters.
Got you, my cuddly little DJ.
Hi, Zelda. Bye, Zelda.
When I call you DJ Snookums, I don't mean just this jockey. What I mean is darling jerk, because you're too stupid to know that sooner or later you're going to be mine.
I vote for later, Zelda, much later.
Oh, you poor blind fool. Why do you forever run from me?
Run, I can't even creep.
But look what you're missing, Poop. See this face, these lips, this figure.
No offense, Zelda, but what figure?
Well, it's in here someplace, and it's yours, all yours.
Zelda, while I am, of course, overwhelmed by your generous offer, I'm afraid I must reject it. I'm so busy these days with my musical career that I've got no time for girls.
You? Oh, come now.
Zelda, I bid you a happy pizzicato and farewell.
Dobie, do you mean you'd feel differently about me if I were a big recording star?
Well, sure, but let's face it, Zelda, you're not.
True, but let's face it, dollface, I could be.
Zelda, that's ridiculous. Zelda, I get scared when I see that gleam in those beady little eyes.
Now, hear this. I can, as you well know, do anything I set my mind to. Remember when I decided to become a cross-country runner?
You ran all the way across the country.
Right. Now I intend to apply the same super-efficient methods and giant brain to the task of becoming a singing sensation. Let's see you wriggle away from me then, Buster.
All right. So if you make up your mind, you can develop a voice like Dinah Shore.
If I make up my mind, I can develop a voice like Mitch Miller and all the boys.
It still wouldn't make you a big recording star. To sell a lot of albums, you need something else.
Namely what?
Namely, a knockout picture of yourself on the cover. That's what it takes these days.
And I can sing, too.
Hey, Zell, which button lowers the landing gear?
Maynard, take the picture already. I need it for the cover of my album.
I'd like to, Zell, but I'm scared of the dark.
Take the picture.
All right, Zell, say butter.
It's cheese. Thanks, Bubbles. Maynard, you know what will happen to you if Dobie finds out about this clever trick, don't you?
The kind of trick it is sneaky. Yeah, I know. No matter where I go to hide, you'll find me.
Right.
And no matter how hard I fight, you'll overpower me.
Right.
And then you'll kiss me.
Right.
No, Zell, no, I'll do anything to keep that from happening.
That's the story of my life, but for once it comes in handy. Come on over here and we'll record my new song.
Gotcha, Chief.
You sure you know how to work this equipment?
What's to know? Any dumb-headed monkey could do it, and that don't answer your question, does it?
All you have to do is keep the levels up. Take me in your arms and never let me go. Whisper to me softly while the moon is low. Hold me close and tell me what I want to know. Say it to me gently, let the sweet talk flow. Come a little closer, make love to me. Baby, 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 kiss me once again before we say goodnight. Take me in your loving arms and squeeze me tight. Ooh, put me in a mood so I can dream all night. Everybody's sleeping, so it's quite all right. Come a little closer, 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 closer. Make love to me. To me. Mwah! Well, Maynard, how did that sound?
Okay, Zell, ready anytime you are.
Maynard, I'm talking to request, namely mine. I am now going tremendous.
What we'll do to them college kids is murder.
Yeah, we got the right kid, all right.
Woo, I think he's cute.
I don't know about cute. We checked up on him, and what he is dumb.
Hey, Mom, what did you say his name was?
My name's Dobie Gillis, and your name is Zelda Gilroy, and it's never going to be Mrs. Dobie Gillis, so please flake off.
Watch that talk. What will your audience say when they hear how you talk to America's #1 recording sensation?
Zelda, please.
And that's exactly what I will be once the world hears my album. I call it Songs to Drive Men Wild By. Catchy title, huh? And you're going to play it on your program.
Me, oh no.
You, oh yes. Wait till you see this.
Zelda. Zelda, who is this?
Yours truly, of course.
I recognize a face such as it is, but the rest of you...
Is me, every curvy, cuddly inch.
Zelda, you mean that under that, there's this?
Naturally, didn't you know?
Hmm.
So, of course, you'll play the album on your program.
Zelda, my sweet, let's take a little stroll down by the river.
Later, lover. I'm off to record another album. I shall call it simply Zelda Sings.
Will it have your picture on the cover?
But of course, if you play this one on your show.
I'll play it.
Not now, Poopsie. Play it at dinner time. That's when the most people are listening. Adieu, Dreamboat. Till we meet again. After the album is played.
Dopey baby.
That's Dobie, sir, with a B.
Yeah, that's what I said. Dopey with a B. Hey, you look great, kid. Just great. Don't Dopey look great, kids? Great! Yeah, they say you look great.
Oh, well, thank you, sir, but I don't believe...
my name is Eddie Baker. I'm from Gigantic Records.
Yeah?
My card.
Your card? Uh-huh. This says Monumental Records.
How about that? I guess while I was out on my coffee break, we took over another company. Listen, I would like you should meet my sweet, lovable old mother.
Call me Mom, but I am sweet, lovable, and old.
And my East vocal recording artist, the one and only Prudence Virtue.
Call out the dogs and let's go.
Not now, Prudence, dear. Prudence just finished a zingy new album, Songs of the Open-Toed Sandal.
Songs of the Open...
Call out the dogs and let's go.
Cut it, sweetheart. Cut it. Mom, show Dope in the album. Yeah, it's a gas. Ask any DJ from NY to LA to DC. But I'm letting you air it first, kid, because you and me, we went to the same school.
Oh, you were a student at S. Peter Pryor College?
Sure, I'm an aluminum in this joint. What a thrill it brings to my heart to return here to the old ultimatum.
Oh, well, when did you graduate?
Class of 38.
But the school didn't open till 1945.
He went to the night school.
But we don't have a night school.
No wonder he kept flunking out.
Okay, so I don't remember those little details so good. My head's too full of big business deals, like giving you Prudence's album so you can play it all day long for all these college cats.
Oh, well, I'll be very happy to play it.
I like that boy.
In a few months. My program's all booked up right now.
I hate that boy.
Now listen here, Junior.
I'm sorry, Mr. Baker, but there's nothing I can do at the present.
Present? Did you hear that, son? He asked for the present. Give it to him.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. I got you, Mom. The present. Yeah.
Huh?
Hey, kid.
Huh? What's this?
Well, it's $20 because you're an outstanding example of fine, upstanding young American boyhood.
You rang? Hey, if you're handing out loot for being sweet and lovable, you might as well kick in right now because Maynard G. Krebs is here.
Who's this meathead?
This is my chief sound engineer, Maynard G. Krebs.
Oh. Now, Dopey, about this album.
Maybe I can squeeze it in next month. Gee, you're a nice man.
Sure words were never spoken. Don't you forget it.
I think you're a nice man, too.
Ah, the hitchhiker. Now, Dopey, I'd sure appreciate it if you could move the album up to this month.
Impossible. This month I'm playing only my girlfriend's album. I promised her. How about that, huh?
You got a girlfriend, huh?
Yeah.
Here, take her to dinner at some classy dive.
Hey, she'd like that.
Don't tell me you also got a girlfriend.
No, but I ate enough for 2. Maybe 3.
Maynard, your dinner is over.
This kid is smarter than he looks.
You'd have to be.
Dopey, when are you going to play Prudence's album?
The first chance I get.
That's all right. I got a lot of patience. I can wait. How about tonight at 6, huh? It's very important.
Mr. Baker, you're the most generous man I ever met in my whole life.
Why not? If I like a fella, I give him the shirt off my back.
Okay, let's have it. It'll go good with my new sneakers if I ever find some.
Hey, now, wait a minute.
Take it easy, son. They're playing it safe. The Internal Revenue boys can't never catch them if they take part of their payoff in merchandise.
All right, all right. All I can say is things sure has changed since I've been away.
Mr. Baker, as long as you're in such a giving mood, I kind of like the looks of that...
Now, hold it!
Son?
All right, here, enjoy. Dibs on them slacks.
Maynard, enough.
It's too much.
Ooh, what a beautiful raccoon coat. One of nature's noble persons.
Come on, Mom, Prudence, let's get out of here before they want my skin.
Now that you mention it. Hey, Indian giver, what about the shirt?
Fine. I'll be listening to the show tonight at 6 o'clock.
I hope you like the show.
I better.
Nice fellow. The Prince. I just wish there was some way I could do him a favor.
Do yourself a favor, Rocco, and tune into that college station. What you're gonna hear is the sweet as money voice of Prudence Virtue.
Oh, golly, I'm so excited. My radio debut. I'll never forget this day if I live to be 20.
Yeah, Rocco, it's one of them hit colleges. But you know these days the kids pick the hits. Sure, the campus DJ flipped for it. Wait till you hear the send-off he gives us.
Spinning some winning old tunes your way. Tonight we're featuring a sensational new album by a sensational little gal who I predict is gonna go right to the top with this one.
Did you hear that?
And here she is now, waxing her way into your hearts. A great shape, a great person, and a great singer of songs. Zelda Gilroy.
Zelda Gilroy. Zelda Gilroy.
Take me in your arms and never...
Double-crossing rat.
Gee, Eddie, they don't sound much like me.
Stick around, Rocco. I'll call you back.
Come on, son. We're going to straighten out that fake.
First, I'm going to twist him up. Then we'll straighten him out.
Give love to me. Baby, kiss me once again before we say goodnight. Take me in.
Straighten me out? Well, thanks, Mr. Baker. If you mean...
Did you or did you not accept a fistful of loot from me?
He did. I'm a witless.
Maynard, that's witness, and so did you.
Are you trying to tell me you don't know why I gave you the money?
That's right, sir.
Nobody can be that stupid.
He can, me too.
10 thumbed idiots. I gave you the money so you'd play Prudence's album.
Ain't you never heard of payola?
Payola?
What's payola?
Payola is a legal compensation for playing records.
Oh, what's illegal? When you finish with that, what's compensation? Records, I know.
Mr. Baker, I think I understand why you're sore. You slipped us some money to do something for you, but we haven't done it.
Oh, bright boy.
All right, bright boy. What do you intend to do?
I intend to see that you get exactly what you got coming.
That's better.
Like when?
Like right now. Would you mind clearing the booth, please? It's a little crowded in here.
And you're going to take care of us right now, kid. True?
True. Maynard, is my microphone on?
How can I tell?
You see that microphone switch?
Uh-huh.
Put it in the on position.
Ooh, what an age we live in.
Amazing. Attention all students and faculty of S. Peter Pryor College. I interrupt this disc jockey program for a special announcement. This is my last broadcast as disc jockey on this station. I've done a shameful, shabby thing, but it's not too late to make amends. I've accepted a bribe to play a record. The bribe was given to me by Mr. Eddie Baker, who's now standing outside the broadcasting booth. I'm sorry, and I stand ready to take the consequences of my part in this loathsome scheme.
Officer, arrest that man.
My actions were reprehensible, disgusting, and dumb.
Wholehearted? I'll get you, Gillis, or my name ain't Eddie Baker.
Come along, Dobie. We'll have to go to the dean now. But I want you to know that was a fine, brave thing that you did. Maynard, why don't you take over as disc jockey and finish the program?
Maynard, do you think you can handle it?
Sure, good buddy. What could I possibly do wrong?
I don't know, Maynard, but you'll think of something.
Like hi, fans and fantasies out there in Radio Land. This is Maynard G. Krebs sitting in for Dobie Gillis. I'm going to spin a few putters for you cool cats out there in Listensville. So let's get things rolling with that popular old favorite, the Peter Falk Polka.
Reliable Maynard.
Oh, dear, now he's broken the phonograph. What are we going to do for music?
Never fear. Zelda's here. I'll see to it that they get music and live.
You see, this is your chance. Grab the mic and belt a couple of numbers. I dig you, Mom.
Take me in your arms and never let me go.
My fella, and I'll never let it go. You've got my fella, and I'll never let him go.
Whisper to me softly while the moon is low.
Never let him go. Yes, I keep it, but I told you so.
Hold
my
me
fella,
close
now I
and
don't
tell
know what
me
to do.
what
Yes,
I
I want my
want
fella,
to
now I don't know
know.
what to do.
Say it to
Couldn't
me
let
gently,
him
let
go.
the
You
sweet
tried to keep him, but I told you so. Never did, but I tried, I told you so.
Wow, what a combo.
The greatest.
They are rather good, aren't they?
Hey, look, Dopey, I know I done wrong, but before they take me away to that big gray rock pile, don't you think we owe it to the music lovers of America to put all this talent on a record?
So we took Zeldin and Prudence over to the studio so they could record their song. The policeman even let Eddie Baker come along, sort of his last fling before they put the striped suit on him. And how was the song the girls recorded? Well, I can only tell you that the sound they put out may not have been the Metropolitan Opera, but it was so strange and kooky and different that it was a cinch to be a tremendous hit. I mean, nobody had an idea what they were singing about, so how could they miss?
Zeldin and Prudence, take one.
Call out the dogs and let's go hunting. Baby, baby, got my fella and I'll never let him go. Yes, I got my fella and I'll never let him go. Never, never let him go. You tried to keep him, but I told you so. Told me, love me now, I don't know what to do. Yes, he told me, love me now, I don't know what to do. Couldn't Lord, I'll let him go. You tried to keep him, but I told you so. Never did, but I tried, I told you so.
Let's fall in love.
Hey, baby, you're a smasheroo.
Zelda, you're the most.
Dollface, honey, will you marry me when I get out of stir?
Zelda, my love, let's make it a double wedding.
Get lost.
What?
We are a red-hot recording duet, gentlemen.
Who needs you bums?
Take me in your arms and never let me go.
Cut my fella, but I'll never let him go.
Tell me softly when the moon is
Cut my fella, but I'll never let him go.
Well, Eddie Baker went back to his little maximum security home in the West, where I am happy to report his old room was still waiting for him. He's doing very well now. He has an offer of a fine job when he gets out. Technical advisor on the Untouchables. As for Zeldin and Prudence, their record became a big hit, and you can buy it in drugstores and gas stations all over the country. And me? Well, I decided to make one more try at becoming a successful campus disc jockey.
over my dead buddy. Or is it body?
Man, it was very decent of you to fill in for me while I was gone, but I'm back now, so sayonara and out.
Like no.
Like no.
Like right, I'm through being decent. I want to be the campus QT.
Maynard.
AC? DC? DVD?
Maynard, that's DJ, and it means disc jockey, and what do you want with a job like that?
I'll show you. Like hi, fans out there in lovable radio land, this is Maynard G. Krebs, the voice with pep and personality. Does that answer your question? For our next selection, chosen from this week's top 350 hits, my own personal choice, entitled Lawrence Welk Sings the Best of Dizzy Gillespie. And for all my loyal fans, I will sing and play along with them.
It's finders, keepers, losers, whippers.
Maynard, that's finders, keepers. Never mind. Just give me the microphone.
No, Dope. Ever since I became campus QT, everybody's been calling me Mr. Krebs. Like, hi, Mr. Krebs. Like, greetings, Mr. Krebs.
Thrilling. Now, goodbye, Mr. Krebs.
No, they didn't call my father Mr. Krebs.
So long, Maynard.
My mother, yes. They always called her Mr. Krebs. Now, fans, for our
Maynard.
Hey, give me that.
Hello there, fans of Radio Land. better come out blue. And the inside of the hotel is even fancier. They've got so much imported furniture from France that for the last 2 years, the people in Paris have been sitting on each other. On the top floor of the Peabody Hotel is the penthouse suite. It rents for $200 a day, or $500 if you throw in towel sheets, 3 musicians, and a snooty waiter. This waiter is Pierre, who is so high class that he won't put his thumb in your soup unless you're in the social register. These musicians make music only when they're under the influence of money. Now, what got them so excited? That doorbell announced the arrival of the new occupant of the $200 a day suite, the 4th richest young man in America, and by far the heaviest tipper. Good evening, folks. Sorry to interrupt your lesson. Dobie Gillis, registered pauper, got to be a millionaire practically overnight? Well, I'll answer that with another question. Why not? After all, I've got what it takes. Looks, charm, intelligence, daring, and imagination, and something more, perhaps the most important of all.
You're a natural-born crook, Dobie-Doo.
Thanks a lump, Chatsworth.
Now, don't get huffy, Dobie-Doo. I don't mean you're actually a criminal.
He's pretty close.
Still, I can't think of anything you won't do for money.
I'll buy that.
Well, thank you. Thank you both, my dear friend.
You're like welcome.
How little you know me after all these years. Haven't you learned that down deep I'm honest and true and pure and good, and no amount of money can ever make me be otherwise? And you know why?
Yes, I know why. Because I have brought you up to be pure and good and honest and true, and who is the skunk who's offering you money to do something shady?
Chatsworth Osborne Jr. is a skunk. He's also a rat and a fink.
Yes, well, Chatsworth, you have made a very large mistake. If you think that the Osborne money can corrupt the Gillis character, how much did you have in mind?
$200.
He'll do it. Yeah. Now, look at it this way. I am sure that Chatsworth doesn't want you to do anything really dishonest.
Parish forbid. It's only just a teensy-weensy bit, shall we say, devious.
Shall we say sneaky?
We shall say sneaky.
Look at it this way, son. Where do you think you're going to get $200 from? Me?
That'll be the day.
Well, there you are.
I'll do it.
And that's my boy who said that.
All right, Chatsworth. What do you want me to do?
I want you to be me.
That's worth a lot more than $200.
I don't mean forever, you ninny. Just for tomorrow night.
Oh, I think I understand. You've got a date tomorrow night and you don't want to keep it, so I'm going to stand in for you, right?
I'd be ever so grateful, Dobie-Doo. It's one of those dreary business things, old friends of the family and all that. Cynthia Vanderfeller and her father are passing through town, and Mumsy would be furious if I didn't entertain them. But it's all so boring.
Especially since you've got another date tomorrow night with the queen of the junior prom, right?
Oh, ho, ho. I guess I'd have to get up pretty early in the morning to fool you, Dobie-Doo.
About noon.
Chatsworth, I'd like that $200, but your scheme won't work.
And why, pray tell, not?
Well, first of all, the Vanderfellers would know I wasn't you.
Not at all. The last time we saw each other was 12 years ago. And after all, Dobie-Doo, we do have the same general build.
Yeah, little round bellies, weak chins, puny arms, and spindly little legs.
Oh, hush up.
Speaking of spindly little legs, what does this Cynthia Vanderfeller look like?
Well, as I say, I haven't seen her for 12 years.
A real dog, huh?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Got a picture?
I don't know how much you can tell from this. It was taken on our croquet court 12 years ago.
Ooh, man, what a mess. Look at them big feet and skinny legs.
Maynard, those are croquet mallets. They're over here.
You'd be better off with the croquet mallets.
Dobie-Doo, I've rented the penthouse suite at the Peabody Hotel. There'll be dinner, music, candlelight, a tuxedo, and $200 payable in advance. You'll be there.
He'll be there.
Stout fellow. Ho, 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 ho. Ta-ta.
You know, Maynard, I'm kind of looking forward to tomorrow night. Champagne, caviar, candlelight.
Yeah, me too.
Maynard, you're my best buddy in the whole world, and I love you more than life itself, but you are not coming along tomorrow night.
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, no, you're not.
Oh, yes, I am.
All right, Maynard. Before we go in, let's run through it once more. Who are you?
I am Krebs, your loyal chauffeur, valet, and bodyguard, who you never go any place without me.
Very good. Now, who am I?
You're, don't tell me. Chatsworth.
Splendid.
Yeah, Chatsworth Splendid Jr.
I can see the evening's going to be a smash.
And the girl's name is Cynthia Vanderfell, and she's so ugly you get sick looking at her. She's even worse than I thought.
Mr. Osborne Jr.?
Yes, my good man. Yeah. And I am Krebs, his loyal chauffeur, valet, and bodyguard, who never goes any place without me.
Won't you come in?
My hat, sir.
His hat.
My cane.
His cane.
And, my gloves.
His gloves and my gloves.
Yeah, here, take care of the boys. Well, so far I like it fine.
Yeah, if only the ugly chick wouldn't show up.
Well, we might as well face it. Excuse me, men.
Chatsworth, it's me, Cynthia Vanderfeller.
Don't believe her dope until you see her legs.
Chatsworth, aren't you going to kiss me?
Cynthia, my angel.
Chatsworth, my tiger.
Krebs, my chauffeur, valet, and bodyguard.
Daddy, come in and see Chatsworth.
Chatsworth, how you have grown.
I grown too.
This is Krebs, my chauffeur, valet, and bodyguard.
Who never goes any place without me.
Chatsworth, we have a lot to catch up on.
Yes, yes.
You know, Chatsworth, I can't get over how well...
No, it's all right, Mr. Vanderfeller. Krebs is like a tune.
Yes, he is rather, isn't he? Now, Cynthia, if you will sit down here. And Chatsworth, if you will sit down here. And if you don't mind an old man sitting...
Well, how are things with you, sir?
Oh, about the same. Oil well shooting up here, there, everywhere. It's a bore, really.
We hear things are going very well with you, Chatsworth.
Money-wise, yes. Romance-wise, not so well. Until now, that is.
Chatsworth, I do believe you're flirting with me.
Well, I'm trying, my dear. I'm trying. That is, if you have no objection, sir.
Why, not at all, my boy. Why don't you young people run along and dance?
Yeah, good thinking. Why don't you two young people run along and dance, and I'll just stay here and gab with Fatso. Say, what do you hear from the Internal Revenue Department?
Cynthia, you dance like a feather, like a zephyr, like a cool wisp of springtime.
Thank you, dear Chatsworth.
No, thank you for being you.
You'll laugh at this, but the time I saw you last, it was your 9th birthday, remember? I said to Daddy, I think Chatsworth is the man for me. And he said, child, how could you know such a thing at your age? And I said, I don't know, Daddy, but I just know.
Isn't that curious? I felt exactly the same way about you.
I remember everything about that party. The paper hats, the noisemakers, that awful gooey cake. Even that mean, shabby old grocer that delivered the cake. His name was, Gillis.
Excuse me, my dear. I'll see who it is.
Orders, mademoiselle?
With some chow, girl, you better hurry up and get it before I do.
Perhaps later, Krebs.
Hi-ho, Dobie-doo. Easy, Dobie, easy. I just came up to see how everything's going.
Oh, fine, Chatsworth, just fine. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow.
How is Cynthia?
Well, you ought to know. You've known her longer than I have.
She's a monster.
Yes, she is, Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's the way it is with blind dates.
You're forgiven, and you'd better go.
I'm going. I just want to take a little peek.
Well, come on, Chatsworth. You'll ruin everything.
So, that's the monster.
That's the way it is with blind dates, Chatsworth.
She's beautiful, you big fibber.
I was as surprised as you.
All right, Gillis. That will be all.
Huh?
I'll take over.
You'll take over. Now, it's too late for that now.
Oh, I'll simply explain that I was delayed. I'll carry it off as a boyish prank.
Well, no, Chatsworth. She's mine just for tonight, and that's the way it's got to be.
Gillis! You'll regret this, you double-crosser.
Look who's talking. Yeah. Good night, Chatsworth.
Now, don't try to stop me, Gillis. I'm going to expose this whole hoax.
Oh, outrageous, Gillis. Outrageous. Chatsworth, this hurts me more than it does you.
How's it going?
Swimmingly. Chatsworth is even stupider than I remembered.
Good. I have a feeling this one is going to work out.
You always have a feeling, Daddy. You had a feeling about the oil wells in Venezuela. You had a feeling about the roulette table in Monte Carlo. You had a feeling about the emerald mine in Africa.
I know, but my luck is bound to change. And right now,
Now, you hook this idiot. We'll be right back on top where we belong.
Well, I'm doing my part. Are you ready on your end?
Everything is A-OK, daughter. I have a helicopter waiting to fly us out to the yacht. I've got Captain Lopez all primed to perform the marriage ceremony the moment we get beyond the 3-mile limit. And I have got this to make sure that Chatsworth is in a marrying mood tonight.
You're quite sure you can hypnotize Chatsworth?
Oh, daughter, if ever I saw a man in a daze, it's that one.
Excuse my absence, folks. A small business matter. Is everyone taken care of?
Oh, yes, Chatsworth. And the crepes, that's a marvelous.
Ah, so glad you liked them, Cynthia, my pet. I shot them myself this morning.
The jig, gentlemen, is up at last.
What is it?
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Super Nut.
It is I, the real Chatsworth Osborne Jr. That's who it is.
What's this?
He must be mad.
It's you who are mad. I'll thank you to leave.
Fancy that. The ruffian has a nerve.
I'll explain everything in a jiffy. Waiter, show this fraud the door.
That's not a nice thing to call my good buddy. He was always nice about you.
Krebs, this has gone far enough. Give the fellow the old heave-ho.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, yes, we do.
And tell the house detective we're not to be disturbed again.
I thought it was a stick-up.
My apologies, dear girl.
Oh, those things happen.
Well, who in heaven's name was he?
You didn't recognize him?
Should we?
Oh, no. He's a famous local eccentric. Delusions of fame and wealth.
Well, you handled him beautifully, Chatsworth, darling.
You certainly did, Chatsworth. You're a real Osborne.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Me neither.
Come over here, Chatsworth. Sit down. I have something here I want to show you.
Oh?
Now, you see this medallion? Watch it closely. 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 You see how it shines? You see how it glitters? There's nothing in the world but this medallion. This bright, shiny, lovely medallion. Watch it. Watch it. Concentrate. Now your eyes are heavy. You're getting drowsy. Drowsy. You're going to sleep. Not you, stupid. Now you're asleep. You're at peace. You are relaxed. Easy, easy. You trust me. You trust me implicitly. Now listen carefully, Chatsworth. When I snap my fingers, you're going to awake and do what you've been wanting to do all evening. You're going to propose to Cynthia. You're going to propose to Cynthia tonight. You, Chatsworth Osborne Jr. You want to make Cynthia Mrs. Chatsworth Osborne Jr. You want to marry her right away, tonight. There's a helicopter waiting. A helicopter that'll fly you out to the yacht. The captain will marry you the moment you're at sea. He will marry you tonight. Do you hear me, Chatsworth? Tonight. Tonight.
Just take a look at that. A grown man like Mr. Vanderfeller actually trying to hypnotize me like he could really do it. Come on now. Oh, sure, he could put me to sleep. That's a simple parlor trick. It's done all the time. But hypnotize me, make me do what Chatsworth would do, and think like Chatsworth and act like Chatsworth? Ridiculous. Out of the question. Impossible.
Now, when I snap my fingers, you will awake.
How very odd. I must have dozed off for a second. I'm most terribly sorry.
Nonsense, my boy. I feel a little sleepy myself. However, you and I can rest on the helicopter, can't we?
Yes, the helicopter. Excuse me, sir. I don't want to be late for my own wedding. Ho, 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 ho. Ta-ta.
And you, when you wake up, your mind will be a complete blank. But for this, I don't need hypnosis. So forget it.
You're adorable. Will you marry me?
Stay right here. Right here. Right here.
Sir, the party from the helicopter. All aboard, Captain Lopez.
Good. Bring them here immediately.
Aye, aye, sir.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here together to unite this man and this woman in matrimony.
Here I am, Captain Lopez, and here's the loving couple, eager and waiting.
And Lopez is available.
If you'll proceed, Captain.
But of course, will you two please be the witnesses? The betrothed couple will kindly step forward. Dearly beloved, we are gathered together here to unite this man and this woman in matrimony, which is an honorable state.
I knew I was in trouble. I mean, I was within an I-do of marrying Cynthia Vanderfeller. Lovely, beautiful, soft, creamy, delectable Cynthia Vanderfeller. And if you've got to be in trouble, that's the kind of trouble to be in. No. Of course I was in trouble. But it's lucky I was being watched over by a friend who's sharp and wide awake and alert.
Hey, Dobe? Hey, Dobe? Hey, Dobe?
Who are you looking for, Krebs?
My good buddy Dobe.
You mean Chatsworth?
Well, sometimes he's Chatsworth, but most of the time he's Dobe. But I guess it don't matter because they took him away in a helicopter, and now he's going to get married at sea by Captain Lopez, and there's nothing I can do to save my poor good buddy from the mean and rotten people. Oh, if I only knew somebody who was as mean and rotten as they are that could help me. And I just thought of the somebody.
You take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife, to honor and love and sickness and health, for better or for worse, from this day forward till death do you part.
I do.
For better or for worse, from this day forward till death do you part.
I do.
Will you place the ring upon the bride's finger?
Ring? I don't seem to have a ring.
Ring, Father.
Isn't that funny? I seem to have forgotten the ring.
I knew it. I knew it was going too smoothly.
Will you please place the ring upon the bride's finger? By virtue of the authority granted me by the International Admiralty Board, I'm empowered to perform this wedding upon the high seas. But before I pronounce you man and wife, I must ask whether any man can show just cause why these two should not be united in holy matrimony. If such there be, let him now speak or forever hold his peace. You bet I can show just cause. Plenty of just cause. Me too. What is the meaning of this? Who are you? Ask him. He'll tell you who we are. Do you know this too?
But of course, Captain Baby. That is my chauffeur, valet, and bodyguard, Krebs. And that is a tradesperson, Gillis, the greengrocer.
Dobie, my son, what have they done to you?
One tries to be democratic, Gillis, but there are limits, you know.
But what right do you interrupt this solemn ceremony? By the rightest right of any right that's got a right, the right of a father to look out for his own flesh and blood.
My dear fellow, are you suggesting this young man is your son?
Well, if he ain't, I got a lot of dough tied up in the wrong kid.
Oh, Captain. This is utterly ridiculous. You know your duty.
Of course. Manuel, Pedro, please.
Oh, no, now wait a minute, fellas. What is it?
Like help!
Where was I? Oh, yes. The book, please. Thank you. If there is any man can show just cause why these two should not be united in holy matrimony, let him now speak or forever hold his peace.
Yes, Captain Baby. I can show just cause.
Caramba!
This whole ceremony is a fraud, a farce, and it put me quite out of sorts.
And who is this weird one?
I have already had the pleasure of meeting him, Captain, if you will allow me. Proceed, Captain. I think there'll be no more interruptions.
You got another thing coming, Buster. I'm going to get to the bottom of this, or my name ain't Herbert T. Gillis.
Mine either.
What I have to do to keep you two in the water? Tie an anchor on you? Now get off and sail.
Oh, no, you're not getting me off of here.
Let go of that fitting. It's a solid gold.
I don't care if it's solid gold, she said.
Gold, I said. Gold, you said. Pretty fancy boat, huh? Like 10 or 12 blocks long, 6 or 7 stories high. Takes 30, 40 guys to keep it running. You folks own it?
We chartered it, and now will you get out of here?
Hey, chartering a thingy like this don't come cheap. You folks must be loaded. Gillis is the name, Herbert T., independent retail grocer.
Vanderfeller, Nicholas J., and over the side you go.
Oh, no, hold the phone, friend. After all, with my son marrying your daughter, we're practically all part of one big happy family. Son, I always knew you'd wind up marrying some bag full of loot. No offense, mister.
They ain't got no loot, Mr. G. They're kidnappers, swindlers, and they're mean and rotten.
Maynard, why don't you swim out to sea and play tag with the sharks, huh? Now then, Mr. Vanderfeller, let's you and I have a man-to-man talk about the dowry.
Gillis, baby, this is just too outre. You can't possibly expect anybody to believe that you are my father.
Certainly not.
Just a minute. I'm not too sure. There's something fishy about this whole thing. Are you quite sure you're Chatsworth Osborne, Jr.?
But of course, my pigeon.
Well, there's one way to tell. Daddy, do you remember the birthmark on Chatsworth's back?
I certainly do.
It's not there. Is this what you were looking for, chaps?
Then you're Chatsworth Osborne, Jr.?
Yes, I am. And you are a pair of fortune hunters, and I shall deal with you properly when we get back to shore.
Well, daughter, there's only one thing to do.
Well, Father, what are we waiting for?
Daughter, after you.
Terrible. Who's going to pay for chartering the boat now?
Steady on, Captain. How much is it?
$80,000 per day, plus gas and oil.
Just put it on my tab.
Oh, bless you, sir, bless you.
Hey, Captain, how far do they have to swim before they get to shore?
I don't know, 3 or 4 miles.
Ooh, I'd better throw him a life preserver.
Well, things turned out all right, considering. Considering that everybody thinks I was really hypnotized when actually I was just, shall we say, in a daze. No, that doesn't sound right either. What I was, shall we say, in a trance. And now that I think about it, I should have settled for hypnotized. Maynard, for the last time, I was not hypnotized. I was just, well, in love.
Oh, you're wrong, Dope. You wouldn't act that nutty and sneaky in the head if that man had put a spell on you.
For your information, nobody can be hypnotized against his will. That's a lot of nonsense.
No, it isn't. I know. I've been practicing.
Oh, come off of it, Maynard. You can't hypnotize anybody who's got a clear head on their shoulders, and if I do say so myself, Dobie here has inherited the clear head and the iron will of the Gillises.
Well, I admit the Gillis has got clear wills and iron heads, but it works.
Okay, Svengali, hypnotize me. I dare you.
Okay, Mr. G, I'll prove it to you. All right, now, concentrate on the rabbit's foot. All right, keep looking at it. Concentrate. Your eyes are getting heavy. Your eyes are getting droopy. Your eyes are getting heavy. You're falling asleep. You're asleep.
Dan? By golly, he's asleep.
Mr. G, I want you to do something for me. I want you to walk up to the cash register, open it up, and with your kind permission, I'm going to take out 50 cents.
Yeah, make it $10.
Forget it. Mr. G, make that $10.
So much for hypnotism. Now get out, you bums. Out.
a set of heavy barbells and am a veteran of the United States Army, and I like girls. Like 'em, did I say? I love 'em. I ask you to remember all this because you're about to witness a terribly embarrassing sight. But it's not the real me. Honest, it isn't.
Aha, I understand. You do not love me.
Oh, no, Anastasia, I love you.
Then you will dance.
Ken, I love you sitting right here.
It is dance or it is goodbye.
It is dance. It is dance. Nope, your eyes weren't playing tricks on you. That graceful dancing figure you saw was me. This other one is Anastasia Dimitrov. Shall we say, friend? Now, how did we happen to be arabesquing and pat-a-da-doing out there on the grass in the middle of the night? Well, it all started a couple of weeks ago when I went to my father and said, Dad, I have a question. Can I have $5 from the cash register?
Son, I have an answer for you. Over my dead body.
But, Dad, I need the money so I can take Roberta Grimstead to a symphony concert. It's very cultural.
Take Roberta Grimstead for a walk in the park. It's very cheap.
Herbert, that's a terrible attitude. You ought to be ashamed.
Okay, I'm ashamed. I'm also $5 ahead.
Dad, I've got to have that money. Roberta and I are in love, madly, tempestuously, till the end of time.
Time up and ended, Dobe. She just dumped you.
Wait a minute, Maynard. Did you say dump me?
Yeah, like she was a truck and you was a load of squozed out grapefruit. It's all here in this letter.
Maynard, you've been steaming open my letters again.
Yeah, true, and that ain't easy when all I get to use is cold water. You ain't gonna like it, Dobe. It starts off with Dear Jack and gets worse.
Maynard, that's dear jerk, and you're right. I won't like it.
Don't be unhappy, dear. Losing a couple of girls once in a while isn't too bad.
This year I've lost 16, and there's still a lot of months to go.
Oh, if you think getting dumped is bad, wait till you read what the dean wrote about you. Ooh, gloriously, what language?
Yeah, let me see that, huh? Dear sir, unless the student, and I use the term loosely, receives top grades in all future examinations, it will be necessary but pleasurable to drop him from this university. And it couldn't happen to a more deserving person.
Nice fellow, the dean.
Well, son, it looks like you're an all-around washout.
Herbert, that's not fair.
No, Mom, Dad's right. I can't get a girl. I'm a dud at school. The only friend I've got is Maynard, and that's not much to brag about. And no offense, Maynard. So it's pretty clear that Dad's right. I'm an all-around washout.
Why, dear, you're so wrong. There are dozens of people who love you.
Name 3.
Well?
2?
But
1.5?
You see, it's hopeless. Oh, if only there was someone in this world who would love and cherish me, I wouldn't care how much of a mess she was.
You rang?
Zelda, you were eavesdropping.
You bet your boots, Buster. All's fair in love and war, and this is both.
Oh, she's got a beautiful brain, that girl. Too bad the rest of her don't match.
Let's face the facts. It's time you step back and took a good hard look at yourself.
Oh, don't do it, Doe. What you might see might be spooky.
Consider your assets. You're sweet.
I'll buy that.
You're lovable.
I'll buy that. And what?
And I just ran out of assets.
I'll buy that.
Dobie, I've got enough brains for the both of us. With me at your side, coaching and helping, you'll graduate from college, get a job, and come home to our split-level home every night with a heart full of song and a briefcase full of papers for me to figure out. Now, would that be so bad?
Zelda, it'd be great. For 6 other fellas, not me.
Dobie, dear, Zelda's making a lot of sense. A nice little job in a nice little corporation and a nice little home in the suburbs with a nice little wife to help you and comfort you. My, but that sounds safe and secure. Doesn't it, Herbert?
Well, it's about time somebody got around to asking me what I thought. After all, the boy and I ain't exactly strangers, you know. And it just might happen that I might come up with a plan or two that he'd fit into very nicely.
No, Dad, not again, please.
All right. Oh, I know how you feel about coming into the store with me, but hear me out, huh? It always makes me feel good to kind of dream my dream.
Dad.
I had this sign made the night you were born, son, and all my life it's been my one big dream. Look, I even got the hooks on it. All I got to do is walk out there and go click, and it's Gillis and Son. Now, let's be truthful, boy. You ain't making it in school, and no matter what Zelda tells you, you ain't going to make it in no big corporation, but you can make it in big if you try, right here in the store with your ever-loving Dad.
Thanks, Dad. Your confidence is touching.
Well, give it a little hard thought, boy. You know, the grocery business ain't such a bad life. Oh, the hours are kind of long standing around on these hard floors from morning till night, and the profits ain't always what they ought to be, and the customers holler at you a lot and try to sneak past the counter with little things, and of course, your feet and your back get acting up and aching when you have to get down to that produce market every morning before 5 o'clock. And, son, I just got a great idea. Forget all about the lousy grocery business and grab Zelda's off.
You see, Snookums, everyone agrees I'm the one for you.
That's true, son.
She's right, dear.
She's right, dear.
Maynard, you're supposed to be on my side. Okay, Zelda, you win. Why fight it? I'm going to let you nag me into becoming a big executive.
Oh, thank you, Dollface, thank you. You'll never regret this decision. Never, never, never.
Don't be too sure, I already have.
What?
Yeah, nothing, Zelda. Just thinking out loud.
You can forget about that, Dreamboat. From now on, I'll do the thinking.
Thinking? Man, it's about time somebody thought for old Dobe. He just ain't got the head for it.
Maynard, go home and tell your mother she wants you. Can't you see we're studying?
So that's what studying looks like. I always wondered.
Doggone it, Zelda. Can't we quit? We've been pounding these books for 3 hours. My skull's cracking.
Right. Hard work. It's the only way we're going to get you through these courses. Well, this is done. Now let's finish up your project for Metal Shop.
Metal Shop? Now, why'd you make me sign up for a course like that? It's for children.
Right. And I wanted you to be enrolled in one course even you couldn't flunk.
Oh, man, that's beautiful, Dobe. You think it'll ever get off the ground?
Maynard, that happens to be a bookcase. It'll be a beauty when it's put together.
You really think so?
No.
Ooh, can I help assemble? I'm real good at assembling. Last Christmas, I helped my Uncle Zoltan assemble his electrocution train.
Maynard, that's electric train. If it was an electrocution train, it would have... You mean...
Leave us bow our heads.
Lover, give me a hand with this bowl. You know, Dobie Dumpling, this is what we're going to be doing for the rest of our lives. Working together.
Building a bookcase?
No, going through life together. Honestly, Dobie, sometimes I wonder if you're worth all the trouble I'm going through for you.
Oh, I am.
Well, I wouldn't make book on it, but I'm stuck on you, so what can I do except drag you through college by your so-called brain and then marry you after you graduate?
Zelda.
Remember that word, Bunnykins. Graduate. I'm your only hope. Without me, you're a dead duck.
How true, how true.
And that's why you're going to keep being stuck on me.
How true, how true.
How embarrassing, how embarrassing.
Maynard, now what's the matter?
Oh, I bolted myself in.
And I've got to get this to class right now.
Well, what about me?
You'll just have to come along, too, until I can unbolt you.
Oh, for joy, what a grand and glorious feeling to know at last I'm wanted. Oh, boy.
Bye-bye, Snookums, and watch yourself. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you on the way to the campus.
Don't worry, I'll walk very carefully.
That isn't exactly what I meant.
Zelda, you mean...
You're darn right I mean.
Zelda, I'm shocked that you should be suspicious.
I'm suspicious that you should be shocked. Just remember, I'll be watching you like a hawk.
Zelda, since you and I reached our, shall we say, understanding, I wouldn't even think of looking at another girl.
Stop looking at me like that, you weak-chinned wolf, or I call it a cop.
All my life I've been searching for you, my angel. Where have you been?
No place stupid enough to let you in, you low-brow peasant. Now, out of my way. I cannot be bothered with rat frick.
I've done it again. Another wretched, miserable, pitiful flop.
You rang? Hey, Dobe, I rung your red iron bookcase. It looked better with me in it. I added a kind of certain something.
Maynard, will you open the door for me?
Oh, I can't, Dobe. I got your books in one hand, your lunch pail in the other.
But if you took the lunch pail out of your right hand and put it in your left hand, then you'd have your right hand free to open the door, right?
Right.
Good thinking, yeah.
Oh, bad thinking.
Oh, what's that?
I don't know which hand is my right.
Why don't you live dangerously and make a guess? I think it's a wise choice, please. Right,
boy. Man, Dobe made a beautiful sound, didn't it?
It's a mess. It's ugly. It's atrocious. It's horrible.
It's beautiful. Lovely.
The loveliest.
Wild.
The wildest.
Primitive.
The primitivist.
You rang?
Maynard, not now. She's rolling.
The first object of beauty I have seen in this desolate outpost.
Oh, if you think it's beautiful now, you should have seen it before I went through the door.
And you, my little pie-face, you have made this beautiful, passionate, angry sculpture.
That ain't no sculpture, ma'am. That's a...
Did you like sculpture, Miss...
Dimitrov, Anastasia Dimitrov.
Dobie Gillis here.
And I adore all forms of the art.
Dobie Gillis, the artist here.
You paint?
They call me Rembrandt.
You're musical?
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Dance?
Come, let us pirouette and tergitate through life together.
You mean...
Let me put it this way. You name the art you dig, Anastasia, baby, and I'll give it a whirl.
At last, in this cultural desert, I have met somebody with something to say.
That's me, Anastasia. As a matter of fact, I was about to say, how's about joining me for a malt?
Malt? I do not drink, only the wine of life.
And I would be honored if you would share a glass of life with me. Of course, we could taper off a bit around the mid-century mark.
I have it, my little muskrat. We will pick a bunch of grapes and go to some lovely green oasis
oasis and talk the day away.
Splendid idea. Maynard, my good man, get yourself over to my father's store and ask him to give you a bunch of grapes.
Your father
Now, my
give? Surely you jest.
Yeah, I forgot. Here, go buy some. Here's a shiny new penny for yourself.
Oh, bless you, sir. Bless you. Delicious.
Silly kid. Now, where were we, my bohemian tigress?
Oh, you don't know how it is heartwarming to find a person like you in this vast wilderness. I knew my little pigeon do not know what you have got.
I've got all right, but you're the first one who's been interested.
I know it is a lonely life,
It's
the quest
lonely.
for meaning, the struggle to communicate.
Yeah, but now there's you and communication never looks so good.
I will take you in hand.
Right.
I will help you to discover beauty.
Right.
I will make you work and work and work.
Well, you're welcome to try.
When I depart in a few short weeks, you will be a genuine artist.
You're leaving in a few weeks?
Yes, after graduation, I go to Spain.
You go to Spain, I go to Spain, wherever that is.
I go there to paint.
You paint, I paint.
Then to Greece to sculpt.
You sculpt, I sculpt.
Hey, little gopher, I got a great idea.
What's that?
You come with me.
Now, I wonder where you got an idea like that.
You do it?
I do it.
It costs $4,000.
I don't do it.
The college, they pay expenses for travel for eager students.
I do it.
All you need is good, outstanding grades.
I don't do it. Anastasia, to be perfectly frank, my grades are...
Your grades are good, my little walrus.
Good. My grades are just great, my beautiful hunk of woman. Do you mind? Would you excuse us, please? Thank you. This is my life from A to Z. A is for Anastasia. Gorgeous, exciting, enchanting Anastasia. And Z is for Zelda. Dear, dynamic, determined, dangerous Zelda. Between them, I was playing an awful risky game. To get Anastasia, I had to get good marks. To get good marks, I had to get Zelda to help me. To get Zelda to help me, I had to lie. But lying is evil and rotten and disgusting, and it's a shame I have to do it to a nice girl like Zelda. Poor girl. She'll never realize that I'm just a low-down, dishonest rat.
Dobie Gillis, you are a low-down, dishonest rat.
Now look, Zelda, don't make a federal case out of it.
Quiet, dishonest rat. You're lying to me about something, but I love you, so why fight it?
Now you're talking. So let's get started with this executive training stuff.
You're eager to get those high grades so you can graduate, right?
Right. Boy, are you right.
Now, the first thing we have to do is renovate your appearance from top to bottom. Slip on your coat and hat and let me see your approach.
Oh, okay.
And,
right
Lucy, here.
Yes.
This
oh,
is SOP
Zelda.
along Executive Row.
Zelda, you-
Please, Dobie, don't choke up. I wanted to give it to you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know they say you're weak and shallow and terribly sneaky, but I know there's a fine human being hidden under that wishy-washy exterior.
Zelda.
Speaking of exteriors, I haven't seen a hat like that since I stopped watching George Raft movies on the Late Late Show.
Zelda, that's my best hat. Come to think of it, it's my only hat. Come to think of it, it's Dad's only hat.
Quiet, sweetie. We're creating an image. Voila.
If it rains, I'm ruined.
Now take off your coat.
Zelda, please.
Strictly business. These shoulders are supposed to be sloping and narrow and puny, like your real self.
Zelda, I feel like I'm in a straitjacket.
Let's see. I think that takes care of everything. Now, I want to look at my creation in all his glory.
Well, how do I look? Like a rising young executive, huh?
Dollface, let me put it this way.
Yes?
Thank heavens we still have time before you go out on job interviews. We'll shape you up by then.
Yeah, just so I graduate from college with very high grades.
Naturally. With Zelda Gilroy at the helm, you're a cinch to hold it, Waldo. Why the sudden interest in very high grades?
No, it's for you, Zelda, my sweet. For you. I want you to be proud of me.
I am proud of you, darling.
Good, good.
Tell me how wonderful I am.
You're wonderful, you're wonderful.
Tell me how beautiful I am.
You're beautiful, you're beautiful.
No, I'm not beautiful. What I am is fascinating, stunning, unusual.
Also enchanting, delightful, bewitching as a summer's eve.
Hey, Dobie, you talk funny.
Ah, you recognize it, my pet. It is the language of love.
So
Something is missing. I think it is your strange friend Maynard.
Oh, Maynard's out someplace releasing animals from the biology lab. He doesn't like to see all those mice and frogs and hamsters in cages, so once a week he steals a sack full and lets them go.
Oh, what strange friends you got.
I'll buy that.
But enough talk of Maynard. The night is young and we are beautiful. Come, let us celebrate.
I'm with you. What kind of celebration did you have in mind?
You are a delight, Dobie, but tonight is for one thing only. We dance. We dance the night away.
But the Peabody roof is closed. The police caught him selling hot fudge sundaes after hours.
Not on the Peabody roof. We dance barefoot in the moonlight on the greensward.
If we've got to dance barefoot, I prefer grass.
Come with me. I know a magnificent garden with lawns and pools and statues to leap among and the music of 1,000,000 frogs. Come, my great tawny animal.
Okay, in you go, Cedric. Yeah. And now you, Wilbur. And come on. Come on, the rest of you. Let's go. There we go. Come on. I know you guys are going to be missing the biology lab, but it's better this way. Come on, Donder and Blitzen. Yeah, who's it going to hurt let you guys go anyhow? I mean, if you cut up one frog, rest his soul, you cut them all up. Hark, somebody's clomping this way.
Yeah, we can't dance here. It's somebody's estate.
Big so what? They come and dance too. The elves and the gnomes and the druids.
I don't know them. Just the Vincents and Osborns live around here, and they're not the dancing type.
You're a bullfrog. I would touch the poor ugly thing with my magic wand and turn him into a handsome prince. Come, let us dance quickly, for the moon is waning.
Maybe the Peabody roof is open again.
Terpsichore, the goddess of dance, is here with us.
Where?
Dobie, you cannot dance in those foolish garments. Here, put on these.
If the Peabody roof is still closed, maybe the end of the
Dance!
I'm
It's my good buddy Dobe, caught in the web of a female of the opposite sex. Oh, I gotta go get help.
Help? That's what that nitwit Dobie needs. Help. Instantly and in quantity. But where is he?
Zelda, dear, it's very sweet of you to be so helpful about Dobie, but I don't believe he knew you were coming over here this late.
No, he cut out about an hour ago.
Out? Out? Where?
Well, probably just for a walk, dear. It's such a lovely night.
Well, he had his hair slicked down pretty good, and he was smelling my feet with all that shaving lotion he sprinkled on himself. And just like she said, it's a lovely night, and he probably just went out for a walk.
Well, he better not be out gallivanting around. He needs all the help he can get.
Help? Did somebody say help?
Maynard.
Help, Mr. G. Help, Mrs. G. Help, Zelda. Come save
What's
Dobie.
wrong? Where's my baby?
Where's my boy?
Where's my rat?
He's doing a death dance with a witch with a nightshirt on, and she's going to belt him with a magic wand and turn him into a frog. And if you think that mixes up your head, imagine what it's doing to mine.
For goodness sake, Maynard, quiet, everybody. Maynard, 2 questions. 1, is Dobie in trouble?
Boy, is he in trouble.
2, can you take us there?
Boy, can I take you there.
Well, let's go, Knothead. What are we waiting for?
You, Knothead, what are we waiting for?
Your story's good and mixed up like always, but there's one thing you said is right.
Yeah, he's in trouble with a female nut of the opposite sex.
But, Trooper, he's dancing, that's all, and rather well, too, I must say.
Yeah, but that girl out there jumping around in her nightshirt, I'm going to report her to the Bison Lodge Civic Betterment and Cultural Decency Committee for vivacious conduct.
Now, Herbert, be quiet. You'll do no such thing. I will handle this. Good evening, Dobie, young lady.
Yeah, Mom, Dad, everybody. Look, I can explain badly, of course.
There's nothing to explain, dear.
Says who?
Says me. Tell me, my dear, did I not recognize the pas de trois with Balanchine variations from the Les Sylphides ballet of Chopin?
Precisely, you know it.
Know it. My dear, I danced it. As the prima ballerina of the Ladies Auxiliary of the Bisons, their troupe de ballet, at our annual Weenie Roast and Culture Festival. An unforgettable night.
Yeah, I'm still trying to forget it.
You know it takes many more people if it is to be done properly.
Yes, my dear. And do you know, it is such a lovely evening. I have been thinking...
Stop thinking,
Now,
Winnie.
Herbert.
Oh, no, Winnie, you're not getting me out there jumping around in my nightshirt.
Now, Herbert.
No, Winnie. I will not dance some screwy dance, and that is final. Remember your promise, Winnie. Your mother don't come to visit us for 3 years.
Officer, do your duty. Arrest these gypsies.
Now, just a cotton-picking minute. Nobody's going to arrest nobody around here, or my name ain't Herbert T. Gillis.
The prisoner's name is Herbert T. Gillis.
What grounds are we being arrested, may one ask?
Yeah, may two ask?
On what grounds? On his grounds. If you'll pardon a small witticism, he owns the place.
Too high to ask.
You are all trespassing and creating a nuisance on private property. And you were caught red-handed.
Also barefooted.
Quiet. Now, sir, what do you wish to do about these disturbing persons?
Well, I could sue them for the damage to my property, but it's obvious they couldn't raise a quarter among the lot of them.
Hey, he knows us.
So I'll drop the charges and let's just forget the whole thing.
Oh, thank you, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
A credit to your community, sir.
You're one of nature's noblemen, your ownership.
So get out of here, all of you, and don't let me see your troublemaking faces or bare feet again.
Halt! You landowners and militia may run roughshod over these poor peasants, but not over Anastasia Dimitrov. I do not recognize your petty rules and boundaries.
Anastasia, let's go.
No, I am a free spirit. I am one with the creatures of the pond and the forest.
Listen, can the chatter, and let's get out of here while the getting's good.
Yes, leave her alone, Herbert. We are human beings, and we can dance whenever and wherever we please, and no one can stop us.
Bravo for you, madam.
Yes, bravo for me, madam. Tonight I was free for the first time in years, and I will not be fettered again.
Winnie, have you clobbered your coiffure complete? Come on, let's get out of here.
Not until I have been given freedom to cavort on the greensward as I please.
Mom, after you get through talking, Perry Mason won't be able to get us off.
We shall fight on to freedom together.
Bravo, girl.
Bravo, Mrs. Gillis.
Bravo, all you dancing nuts. And from now on, you're going to be doing your dancing behind bars.
No, just a minute.
I'd like to see you try.
You wouldn't dare.
He dared, he dared. Well, so much for carefree moon-drenched nights with Anastasia in Spain or Greece or on that guy's estate, for that matter. But happily, the police calmed down pretty quickly, in only 3 or 4 days, and we were turned loose. As for Zelda, she took the whole thing with her usual intelligent grace and calm.
Dobie Gillis, you are a low-down skunk.
I'm also a good-for-nothing weasel.
Also a dumb, lame-brained meathead.
Enough already.
But you're all I've got, so I'm sticking with you. Now remember, this interview may be your last chance for gainful employment, so make it good. Be straightforward, forceful, dynamic.
I'll give it my all.
Now, the man you'll be talking to is Victor Vincent. He's vice president in charge of personnel.
I'll be in the interview room, Miss Cagle.
Here he comes now. Good luck.
Let me see. You are Mr. Dobie Gillis.
No, sir, that's Dobie with a...
Sorry for being late this morning, Mr. Gillis, but a bunch of nuts were dancing on my lawn and kept me awake half the night.
Zelda, the attaché case, my hat with the stingy brim, the tight coat, this Ivy League tie. Zelda, I was born a loser. I'll always be a loser. And, Mr. Vincent...
And we must dance the night away. Where are you, gentle spirit of the dawn?
I'm coming, Anastasia, as soon as these fractions I got from biology. Okay, fellas, jailbreak, let's go. Here we go. Everybody out.
accept this great and glorious honor which you have thrust upon me, and I deserve it. The grocer elected Grocer of the Year must be a grocer of sterling character and great modesty, and leave us face it, I am just such a grocer, especially the part about the great modesty, and I think...
Simmer down, Herbert. A, the grocers' convention isn't until tomorrow. B, you haven't been elected yet. And C, you haven't even bought the suit that you're going to wear.
No, details. I'm a cinch to be elected. Ain't I just stuffed with that sterling character they're always talking about?
True.
And great modesty?
True. And you're the only one that's running?
Oh, okay. So I'm jumping to conclusions. But doggone it, Winnie Pooh, I'm just so eager to get elected that I'm beginning to feel all dizzy and rattle-brained and weak in the head and...
Oh, hello, Maynard.
Hello, Maynard. You're looking good for you.
Ah, these eyes fooled you, huh, Mr. G? I got them from this man that sells tricks and novelties downtown. Oh, but also I got some of these other tricks. I got a Siberian handbug there. And then I got some Australian sneezing powder. But best of all, God bless you, best of all, I got the genuine, God bless you, the genuine, authentic Gypsy Love Link. God bless you. Hey, Mr. G, you wonder why they call it Love Link?
No, but I'm sure that Mr. Gillis would love.
God bless you. Well, you see, they call it Love Link on account of it links lovers.
Maynard.
What you do is you find the one you love the most in the whole world, and you put your finger in this hand, see? And then you find the one you love the most, and you take their finger and you put it in the other end, and then it links you to lovers.
It's probably crossing your mind the way it is mine, that if Dad isn't careful, he's going to get his fingers stuck in that screwy love link. But ask yourself, is Herbert T. Gillis that dumb? Would he do a ridiculous thing like that? Yeah, he is, and he did.
We never, ever parted. See?
Thank you, Maynard G. Krebs. If there is one thing I have always wanted, it has been a Gypsy Love Link on my finger.
Anytime.
Mm-hmm. Now get it off before I am up for mayhem, and you are the mayhemee.
I'd be happy to.
Well, why don't you?
I don't know how.
This is a Gypsy Love Link, sometimes known as a finger gripper. They're innocent little gadgets made of straw. They make cute party favors. To get out of them, you just push instead of pull. You just push. Well, never mind. The thing is, the one Maynard and my dad got stuck in turned out to be a rather special one. Outside it was straw, inside braided steel. How'd we find out? The hard way. How else?
Don't you think you ought to have on your glasses?
Of course.
Well, where are they?
Upstairs.
Well, you go look for them, because even if you find them, we're still going to have to talk this over.
You've got to give my dad credit. He can think in a crisis. And suddenly he remembered that down in the basement was the Herbert T. Gillis home workshop. $2,000 worth of precision tools waiting quietly in the dark under a mantle of dust for the challenge of a Gypsy Love Link. The answer was so simple. If you've got a shear metal, use a metal shears. There was a hitch, though. Before a metal shears starts shearing, it's got to do a certain amount of pinching. So they decided to try something else. The answer was right at their elbows. Dad's dandy power saw. Here were hundreds of case-hardened steel teeth that could rip through a hickory beam in a matter of seconds. The only trouble was, Maynard and my father weren't wearing a hickory beam, but a Gypsy Love Link. Were they discouraged? You bet they were. They still came up with a bright idea. Dad's acetylene torch. This is what they use when they slice old battleships up into ashtrays. It melts its way through steel like it was butter. Also, if you're not careful, it melts its way through fingers like they were butter. It was scary. I mean, there seemed to be absolutely no way of unlinking Maynard and my father. As the saying goes, wild horses couldn't pull them apart. When some people are trapped in hopeless situations, they weep. Others storm and rage. Some fall into a funk. But those of truly fine character, like my father, Herbert T. Gillis, bear their burden quietly, peacefully, calmly. You know, belting Maynard won't solve the problem.
Maybe not, but it'll make me feel awful good.
Herbert, try to relax. Would you like a cup of hot tea?
Yes, please. Very hot. I want to pour it on his head.
There's no reason to get so shook up. This gypsy fellow who sold the finger gripper to Maynard must know how it works. All we have to do is find him.
Right. There's nothing to worry about.
Right. It's very easy.
Right. We're on our way.
Wrong. I don't remember where I bought it.
Yeah, Maynard, you can't mean that.
Want to bet?
How could you forget a plain, simple, uncomplicated thing like that?
American know-how.
Maynard, it's all important. Try to remember.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it's come back. I can see it all now. He was standing on the corner of 5th and Main. Yeah, and he had a bandana around his head and earrings in his ears.
Yeah, boy, Maynard.
Quick, son, run down to 5th and Main and grab that gypsy.
Wait, Dad, I know Maynard.
Or was it 4th and Elm?
See what I mean?
Or was it 12th and Lake? Or was it Main and Elm?
Maynard, make up your head while it's still connected to you. Now, which corner was the gypsy on when he sold you those tricks?
On all of them, Mr. G. You see, he has his horse and wagon. He travels around town selling things. But that's what he is, a traveling gypsy salesman. And I bought a different trick on every corner. But I ran out of money before he ran out of corners.
Man, listen, where was the last place you saw this gypsy?
Heading out of town for the wide open spaces.
Oh, I'm doomed.
But he'll be back.
Good.
In a couple of years.
Bad.
Herbert, please don't cry.
Don't cry, and I gotta wander around for years and years hooked up to this knothead. Well, I won't do it. I'll quit first. Take me. I'm ready to go. I got nothing to live for. Take me.
No, Mrs. G, don't go, cause where you go, I gotta go too, and I want to go up, and who knows which way you're gonna go. No offense.
Let's figure this out logically. Those gypsies couldn't travel very far on a horse and wagon. It ought to be a cinch to find them.
Yeah, they were heading for some big city that started with an S.
Was it St. Louis?
No.
Seattle?
No, try San Francisco.
San Francisco?
No.
No, you know that Maynard can't spell. Starts with an S. He's probably thinking of some town like Cleveland.
That's it. That's where the gypsy were going.
Cleveland?
Detroit.
Detroit? Who mentioned Detroit?
I did. Wasn't you paying attention?
Detroit. That means they're heading north. Your worries are over, Dad. I'll find them. Excuse me, sir. Have you seen a band of gypsies driving a horse and wagon? They'd be selling gypsy love links and Siberian hand buzzers. Sir, that's a very rude gesture. Well, same to you, fella.
We are stuck together until Dobie gets back, so I don't want you to get in my way.
Right, you go your way and I'll go mine.
Right, and my way happens to be to get out of sight. Here comes that loudmouth Mrs. Fogarty who's always complaining about how much I chisel.
And my way is over there to the comic books. I sure do dig Mighty Mouse.
Maynard, come back here. Help me out. Tell her I'm not here.
Well.
I'll give you 50 cents.
Well.
I'll give you 75 cents.
Well. I'll make it a quarter and it's a deal.
It's a deal, and tell her I'm out of town.
And there are some people who say I ain't shrewd.
Where is that low-down, crooked, good-for-nothing Herbert T. Gillis?
Oh, you know him, huh?
You bet I know him, and when I find him, I'm gonna clobber him with his hamburger-type meat he stole me. The thief, where is he?
Oh, he was here just a second ago. Ow. Oh, no, he's out of town.
Are you sure?
No. Ow. Oh, yes. I mean, I better stick to my story. He's out of town.
Just wait till he gets back. Look at this. There's so much fat in it, it looks like a white sail.
You think that's bad? You should have seen when he sold my mom. She tried to feed it to our cat and reported her to the SPCA.
I want my money back. $3.73.
And you deserve every penny of it.
Oh!
You shouldn't have done that, Mrs. G. Now she's going to know you're here.
$3.73, Mr. Gillis.
And you owe me a quarter for telling her you're out of town.
My son, hurry back and come home before I strangle your best friend, please.
Poor Dad, poor Maynard. I'll never find those darn gypsies now. I mean, I can't expect to stand out here 50 miles from no place and all of a sudden hear gypsy violins and tambourine. Great Scott, it's the gypsy camp.
Sir. Police!
300
honest, hard-working people. It is a falsehood to say that all gypsies are thieves and crooks and wild like wild Indians.
Look, sir, I'm trying to find the head man around here. It's about a gypsy love link my friend bought.
Oh, you want to put us all in jail, huh?
No, sir, it's nothing like that. I'm only a college boy.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Hey, this kid is okay. He's only a civilian.
King Stanislaus? Excuse me, miss, but could you... Well. A little grimy, but gorgeous.
What do you want, little pumpernickel?
I'm looking for the head gypsy.
Oh, you speaking of King Stanislaus?
Yeah, that's
My
the
brother, beloved, distinguished father?
Yeah.
He does not be drunk to talk.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm his daughter, Natasha. I take care of you.
Natasha for Stanislaus. Substitution approved.
Get to the point, Buster, or I slice you up for firewood.
Yes, ma'am, right away. Tell me, does your father travel around selling tricks and jokes?
Oh, he sell anything he can steal.
You must be very proud of your father.
Oh, you bet your earrings, kiddo.
The name is...
Dobie Gillis.
That's Dobie with a B, and how'd you know?
Oh, it's written on back of your watch.
My watch?
Hey, anything my father can steal, I can steal better. Keep it. And Mickey Mouse watch is not worth stealing, you cheapskate.
Now look, miss, if you don't take me to your father, I'm going to call the police.
Hey, what's going on here?
He says he's going to call police.
Police? Big trouble, huh? But I got an idea. Udvaroljál egy kicsit. Tedd rá kezedet, csókold meg, és akkor minden rendben lesz, ha?
Got you, buddies.
Now look, miss, don't try to pull the wool over my eyes. Take me to your father so I can find out how the finger gripper works so I can get Maynard dead and...
Now, Dopey, you were saying something about a person called Maynard.
Maynard who?
Father.
Don't go away, excuse me. Police! Last we're alone now. Let's try that again.
There's just one thing that keeps me from going off my rocker altogether, and that's knowing that my son Dobie is out there knocking himself out, doing everything he can to help his poor father.
You know something, Natasha, my little shish kebab? I have a funny feeling I came out here for a reason. And I hope I never remember what it is.
More steak, Herbert?
More steak? I haven't had bite number one.
You gotta move fast, Mr. Jesus. Survival of the fattest.
The word is the fittest, but the way you're eating, you're probably right on there, Dobie. If he doesn't show up around here pretty soon, he's going to find his father a complete undernourished wreck.
Oh, don't you worry, Herbert. I know our boy. He won't put your problem out of his mind for a single second.
I wish I could remember why I came out here.
You got a punk memory, dollface. You ought to maybe tie the string around the finger.
Finger. Yeah, it has something to do with fingers.
Fascinating. Dopey, it has something to do with fingers and your father?
Fingers who, father who?
Ooh, Mr. G, you better shave. You got an awful scraggly beard on.
Maynard, that is your face you were looking at, and thank heaven for small favors.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? I thought it looked kind of familiar.
Yeah, well, I didn't come here to shave in the first place. I came here to brush my teeth.
Oh, good for you, Mike. Buddy, in fact, I will join you. In fact, I already have joined you.
It's very funny. Now, pay attention, will you? Because this isn't going to be easy. First, I will put the paste on your brush. See? There. Now, you put the paste on my brush, huh?
Roger, Wilco, and Al, good friend. We'll stick together through thin and thick.
Yeah, thin and thick. Did it ever occur to you, my hapless, no, that should be hopeless colleague, what the rest of our life is going to be from now on?
Gee, no, Mr. Gillis, I ain't much of a planner.
Well, already we're a laughing stock, like what happened downtown this afternoon when I went to get the new suit. Do you realize that tailor thinks I've got an 82-inch waist?
Well, it ain't exactly a picnic for me, neither, like the way we got downtown today.
What was your complaint?
Like you rode the streetcar and made me run alongside.
We saved a whole fare, didn't we?
Yeah, but now I gotta get my feet half sold.
It's no use, Maynard. It ain't gonna work. Tomorrow morning, the first thing, I make an appointment with some surgeon and we get separated.
You mean your finger?
your finger.
No, Mr. G. Don't talk like that. I mean, give me a chance. I mean, after a while, I'll, grow on you. I mean, cheer up. You'll feel a lot better after you brushed your teeth and they're nice and, clean and shiny.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sorry, Mr. G. I guess I kind of, got carried away.
You get carried away. Oh, what's the use? I give up. Come on, let's get on it.
There, Mr. G. Isn't his.
Oh, my son. Hurry up and get back here before I'm accused of mayheming a certain party.
I just thought of something. The word Maynard.
Maynard?
Maynard who?
Here we gotta leave for that convention in an hour and no sign of that stupid Dobie. I'm getting pretty jumpy.
What you getting is walking.
Well, it's the first time I ever had to get sewed into my coat.
I'm ready, Herbert.
Oh, yes, you're ready. I'm ready. The convention's ready. Everybody's ready except that no good son of ours. He ain't ready to show up and unleash me from this cocker spaniel.
You rang?
No, Winnie, I'm going to miss all the events that make a grocer's convention. The butter watering contest, the seminar on overcharge, and the prize for the heaviest thumb on a scale. And worst of all, I'm going to miss the election for the grocer of the year. Well, I ain't going to miss it. I'll figure out some way to get there. Believe me, this situation is desperate.
Well, we could take Maynard along.
No, I said desperate, not hopeless.
Couldn't I go to the convention alone and represent you?
Alone? Of course not. The grocer of the year has to be there with his wife standing proudly by his side, and I just got a great idea.
You? Oh, come now.
Pipe down, wifey.
Wifey?
Wifey. The loyal, true, loving helpmate who is going to spend the convention at my side.
Oh, no, Mr. G. You wouldn't. You can't.
You would and you did.
I could kill you, Maynard. My first new outfit in 15 years, and you get to wear it.
It's only 13 years, but who's counting?
Herbert, do you really think you can get away with this?
Well, I don't know. The convention's being held all the way over in Glenville. We'll have a fighting chance. Come on, wifey. We got a train to catch.
Coming, chubby.
Maynard, that's hubby.
The instant I hear from Dobie, I'll send him right over to the convention to find you. The poor boy, he must be worried sick about his father.
Listen, my little Shashlik, I think I just remember why you come here.
Oh, do tell.
You want to find out how to break open Gypsy Lovely.
Yeah, it was something like that, wasn't it?
So I tell you. And you go rescue your friend Maynard.
Maynard who?
Oh, my. Isn't it a lovely party, my dear?
Where's the eats?
Little voice, you're supposed to be a lady.
Yeah, I forgot.
Where's the eats?
Mister, we better dance.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm gonna sit down. My feet are killing me.
I hope that Dobie's suffering like I am.
Hey, my little samovar. Ain't you glad you remember you come here to rescue your poor father from terrible fate?
Fate who?
Maynard, you're supposed to be the lady. Stop trying to read, will you?
May I get in?
Oh, it'll be a pleasure. Here. No, I mean, no.
What's the matter, friend? We're all friendly brother grocers here. Ah. You want to dance with me, baby doll?
Look, she is a lady. She don't dance with strangers.
Who's a stranger? I introduce myself. Angelo D'Ambrosio, my lovely signorina. Fancy meats and vegetables. Energy.
Get lost, will you?
Hey, Mr. G, you know what we're missing out here? The cha-cha-cha.
And we're going to keep on missing it. We will cha-cha-cha over mine, bit Buffett.
It's a pretty clumsy way to do it, but I'm Mr. Madcap. I'll try anything once.
Try this on for size, Maynard.
I never should have married you, old grouch. I should have listened to Mother.
Oh, for heaven's sake, it's Herbie Gillis. I'm Molly O'Day. I used to live next door to you when I was a kid over on Elm Street.
Oh, yeah, freckles.
Lover boy. Herbert, have you been drinking?
Oh, me?
Don't tell me you're belting the grape because you're having trouble with your marriage.
Trouble, me?
Herbert, if you're not having domestic problems, then why can't I meet your wife? Oh, she's probably lovely.
Lovely. I can think of a better word.
Herbert, dear.
Hello, dear. Goodbye, dear.
Ha-ha! Another woman. Look what happens the minute I turn my back. Oh, you made a convention.
Mrs. Gillis, you've got this all wrong.
Why aren't you praising Hassie?
That's hussy. You'll have to pardon my wife. She's the jealous type.
Quite true, although it's almost impossible to see what I'm jealous over.
Oh, I've been looking forward to meeting you, my dear. Your husband and I are old friends. Aren't we, lover boy?
Lover boy? Well, I never.
I never either, and you got this all wrong.
Stay out of this, lover boy.
Between us girls.
Well, listen.
Yeah, why are you men always mixing in?
Oh, here.
Time to present the awards, and I'm chairman. Oh, goodbye, my dear. It's been such fun meeting you.
Herbert T. Gillis, Distinguished Citizen, Outstanding Grocer of the Year, too. When I get my hands on that Dobie, he will yell, ouch.
Ouch, it hurts to think how much I've missed not knowing you before.
Natasha make you forget all about your father's hard luck.
Yeah, how about that?
It's simple to escape finger gripper. Instead of pull, you push.
No kidding. Remind me to tell him. Now, where were we?
Here.
Oh, yes.
The man we have chosen as Independent Retail Grocer of the Year is a man of integrity, of vision, of sterling character, and I think we picked such a man. The new Grocer of the Year is... May I have the envelope, please?
Fellow grocers, it is with a deep sense of responsibility that I accept this great and glorious honor which you have thrust upon me.
Mr. Angelo D'Ambrosio.
D'Ambrosio! D'Ambrosio.
I'm the grocer of the year. I'm the grocer of the year. I win.
Hi, baby doll. I was about to be kissed by the big winner.
Herbert, like help!
You're going to start the trouble again if I kiss the little lady, eh, friend?
Oh, me? Start trouble? Certainly not. Be my guest.
What's going on?
Now, wait a minute. If you think that my friend Maynard G. Krebs is crazy enough to put my father's finger back in that finger gripper, now that they're finally apart, you're right.
Maynard! You stoop, you lunkhead! You...
My little gelata.
All right, here's your little gelata. Come and get her.
Andiamo, signorina, andiamo.
Signora.
Aspetta, che stai facendo? Voglio questa qua.
See? Nothing to it.
Amazing.
Inedible.
When that Gypsy King sobered up, he felt awful about all the trouble he caused you, and he wants to make it up to you. So he sent you a beautiful present. He said to tell you he stole it himself just for you.
Oh, how sweet.
They're called magic Hungarian arm rings.
They're beautiful. I bet you they're delicious.
They signify undying friendship. Everybody holds one of them, see? And then you make a wish.
I got a wish I want to make.
Maynard, it ain't time for a wish.
It's time for this wish, Mr. G, because I wish we never got started with this thing in the first place.
Maynard, now what do you think you're doing? We just got out of a thing like this.
Very simple.
টিকটক কুইন হইতে যা যা লাগে, মানে নাচ, গান, অভিনয় আর শাবনূর মৌসুমীকে হারায় দেওয়ার মতো এইসব যা কিছু সবই মালার আছে। অথচ আসল জিনিসটাই নাই, একটা ভালো স্মার্টফোন। আমি আমার জীবন দিয়ে ভালোবাসি মালাকে, মালা তার জীবন দিয়ে ভালোবাসে টিকটককে। অবশ্য টিকটককে মালার ভালো না বাইসাও উপায় নাই। টিকটক কুইন হইতে যা যা লাগে, মানে নাচ, গান, অভিনয় আর শাবনূর মৌসুমীকে হারায় দেওয়ার মতো এইসব যা কিছু সবই মালার আছে। অথচ আসল জিনিসটাই নাই, একটা ভালো স্মার্টফোন। ফলে আমাদের দুজনের একসাথে দেখা একটাই স্বপ্ন একইভাবে ভাঙা যায়। মাঝে মাঝে কাজের মধ্যে আনন্দ খুঁজে নিতে আমি হয়ে যাই বলিউডের সালমান খান কিংবা ঢালিউডের ডিপজল চৌধুরী। এই চুরি কইরা অন্যের জীবনযাপন করার সবচেয়ে মজার অভিজ্ঞতাটা হইল এক পুলিশের পোশাক পইরা চোর থেকে পুলিশ বনে যাওয়া যায় আর নিজেকে নিজে এই বইলা সান্ত্বনা দেওয়া যায়, বাবু সারা জীবন এই সূত্রটা না ভুলিস, মানুষ মাত্রই কখনো চোর কখনো বাসে পুলিশ। হ্যালো, ইন্সপেক্টর নাজিমুদ্দৌলা বলছি। ভালো 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 ভালো, শোনো শোনো শোনো, আমি ধরছি, বলো। আমার পকেটে 20 টাকাও নাই, অথচ আমি মালার জন্য মোবাইল পছন্দ করি, মোবাইল মার্কেট ঘুইরা ঘুইরা, যদিও জানি না মোবাইল কেনার টাকাটা কই থেকে আসবে। এইরকম দুঃখে কবিরা নীরব হয়ে যায় আর আমার হয় উল্টা। আমি মনে মনে বলি, হায় রে মালা, তোকে দেখলেই কমে যায় হৃদয়ের জ্বালা, অপেক্ষায় আছি তোমাকে করব এমন কাবু, প্রেমে পাগল হয়ে সারাদিন শুধু ডাকবা বাবু বাবু বাবু।
Xin chào, chào mừng mọi người đã trở lại với kênh YouTube của mình ngày hôm nay. Và hôm nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn cho các bạn tô màu một bức tranh là một món đồ chơi nha. Và không biết ở đây có bạn nào đoán được là món đồ chơi gì chưa nhỉ? thì hôm nay mình sẽ hướng dẫn cho các bạn tô màu là một bức tranh hình đồ chơi, đó chính là một chiếc ô tô nha. Và đây là một chiếc ô tô đồ chơi. Thì cái bức tranh mà mình chuẩn bị ở đây thì nó sẽ có gồm 2 hình ô tô, và bên trên này thì đã được in màu sẵn rồi. Và bên dưới thì chưa được tô màu. Và mình sẽ tô màu bức tranh bên dưới này theo cái bức tranh bên trên này nhá. Và tất nhiên rồi, để tô màu thì mình cần phải có hộp màu. Và bên cạnh mình đây thì là một hộp màu gồm 24 màu cơ bản nha. Và mình sẽ bắt đầu tô bức tranh này ngay bây giờ nhá. Đầu tiên thì mình sẽ dùng màu đỏ để tô phần đèn đằng trước xe và đằng sau xe nha. Mình đang hơi ốm một xíu, mọi người thông cảm nha. Bị ốm nha mọi người. Nhưng không biết sao mình ngủ dậy tự nhiên mình bị hắt xì hơi, người hơi lạnh lạnh, bị hắt xì hơi á. Và mình đã tô xong phần đằng trước rồi, bây giờ mình sẽ tô cả cái đèn đằng sau nữa nha. Và tiếp theo thì mình sẽ lấy màu hồng. Mình sẽ lấy màu hồng để tô phần bánh xe của chiếc xe ô tô đồ chơi này nha.
আব্বা আম্মা যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইট একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়তো। শুন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না? তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই।
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস। এই আসো। এই কি তোরা সকালবেলা এরকম কান্দতেছিস কেন? আব্বাও কান্দতেছে, আম্মাও কান্দতেছে। কিছু আম্মা কি সকালবেলা কি সিরিয়াল দেখা শুরু করছে? তাহলে কিছু চুরি হয়েছে বাসায়? কেউ মারা গেছে? কেউ কি মরার আগে হসপিটালে অ্যাডমিট হয়েছে? তাহলে কি হয়েছে? সবাই এরকম আয়োজন করে কাঁদতেছে কেন?
বাবা মা বলতেছে আমার নাকি পড়াশোনার দরকার নাই, ধান থাকলে নাকি ধানের মাঝে চিটাও থাকে, আমি নাকি চিটা।
হ্যাঁ, তোর তো ঠিকই বলছে। আর তুই কখনো দেখছো আব্বা আম্মা পোলাপানের সাথে মিথ্যা কথা বলে?
ভাই কি ওই কথা কইছে? কইছে আমার 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়ে করা লাগবে, বিয়ে করা 9 মাসের মধ্যে বাচ্চা পয়দা দেওয়া লাগবে।
মাত্র 9 মাস টাইম দিছে? তুই তো নির্ঘাত ফেল করবি। মানে তোর যে পড়াশোনার কন্ডিশন, তুই 9 মাসের সাথে তোর আরো মিনিমাম 4 মাস টাইম দেওয়া লাগবে, তারপর যদি 12। এলাকার দোকানদাররা অবশ্য নতুন যারা বিয়ে করে তাকে চেয়ার দিকে তাকায় থাকে 2 পয়সা ইনকামের জন্য। তোর দিয়ে সেটাও হবে না, তুই চিন্তা বাদ। হ্যাঁ বল।
তুইও
কি?
আমি আগে সন্দেহ করছিলাম তুই আমার মায়ের পেটের ভাই না। মায়ের পেটের ভাই হলে তুই এরকম করে কথা বলতে পারতি না। তোর আমার না কোনো মিল নাই, না আছে স্বভাবের মিল, না আছে চরিত্রের মিল, না আছে তোর এই যে চেহারার মিল, গায়ের কালারের মিল, কোনো কিছু মিল নাই। বাইকটা
শোন, আব্বা আম্মা যদি তোর ছোটকালে জানতো তোর হাইটের লগে তোর গাদামির হাইটটা একটু বাড়বো, তাহলে নিজ দিয়ে এমনিতেই 6 ইঞ্চি কেটে দিত, তোর আর গাদামি বাড়ত। শোন, আব্বা আম্মা যা বলে তা কর, বিয়েটা কর, আর আমার রাস্তাটা একটু ক্লিয়ারটা কর।
ও, আমি তোমার পথের কাটা না, আমি তোমার জীবনের বাধা। তোরা কেউ আমার ভালো চাস না, তোরা কেউ চাস না যে আমি পড়াশোনা করে এই নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াই।
তুই তো নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াস নাই, তুই তো আমার কাঁধের উপর ভর করে দাঁড়ায় আসছিস। শোন, আমি তোর ছোট হিসেবে চাই তুই আব্বা আম্মার কথাটা শোন, তুই 1 মাসের মধ্যে বিয়েটা কর, আমি কবজি ডুবায়া তোর বিয়ের কাচ্চি খাবো, বুঝছস? এই আসো।
Và mình sẽ tô cả cái bánh xe đằng sau y hệt như vậy đấy nhá. Thế là cho con mượn điện thoại được không? Cho con mượn điện thoại. Bác Khánh gọi nhưng mà Khánh gọi nhưng con đang ấy. Mở gì mà
Dung Hoàng dãng quá. Phòng người bà ấy đổ chỗ rau đấy lắm hơn. Bà cũng chưa về. Hà Nội cũng chưa về. Chó vì nhổ này nát bét hết. Chỗ rau này đã đủ ăn.
Alo ạ? Bà Khanh ơi, con đang quay video, bà vừa gọi gì ấy hả? Vâng. Vâng, con còn lâu mới đi mà.
Mai ông đi gì?
Sim điện thoại. Và tiếp theo thì mình đã dùng xong màu hồng của tô bức tranh rồi. Mình sẽ dùng tiếp là màu vàng. Mình sẽ dùng tiếp màu vàng để tô bức tranh nha. là mình đã dùng xong màu vàng để tô cái phần viền bên dưới gần bánh xe của chiếc xe ô tô đồ chơi này. Và tiếp theo thì mình sẽ lấy màu vàng này để tô đường viền gần cửa kính của chiếc xe ô tô nha. Mình sẽ hơi hướng cái điện thoại xuống một xíu. Sorry mọi người.